I didn't say it'll take long. Leave your drugs at the door. Or share or bring it up for the whole class. Oh, I didn't see that. Thank you, Peterkin, for following. I didn't see that, sorry. I think because my headphones are off, I didn't hear the notification. So thank you so much for following. For the training experience just like you, it should be easy. So, Council, you could take answering some questions. Alright. It's time to prove myself. You know the same. She's just copying. Yes, Your Excellency. Very well. To start with, you state the name of the victim. They didn't have access to the court records yet. Ooh, that was simple. I should forget if I tried. What's the matter? Now that I'm standing in these shoes, I'm starting to understand something about Naruto-san goes through. It's like it or not, my mind went blank. Not surprising, really. Your first time in the profession, not the guise. Even the bright spark is bound to flicker and falter under the circumstances. Oh dear, this is a dismissal failure. Don't fret. You only need the knowledge you've gained as the judicial assistant. Overcome the problem. Of course, the court record. Yes, the answer will be amongst the key information about the case. The court record. That's right. Push E to open the court record. Move the people section with E. It might take long to overdo it. Now watch you closely. Alright, time to check the court record with E. I got my court record now. Jezebel Barrett. I'm waiting, Counsel. The name of the victim in this case.
Yes!
She's literally mimicking. The name of the victim of his life was Jezebel Barrett. Jezebel Barrett. The name will never be forgotten in the courtrooms of this country, I'm sure. Correct. Being a member of the entire Empire City, you will now be aware of the significance of that name. So, let us pose another simple question. Do you know the business student from Empire of Great Britain? Then why her name is indelibly associated with your own Empire history? Obviously, you won't have forgotten the case of 9 months ago. If it's proving hard to recall the pointer to find the points, everything you need to know is in the court record. Obviously, that's to remember. Isabel Barrett, female British, left August of 2 p.m. A certain examination found a certain by examination witness statements. Cause of death: a single deep stab wound from behind, piercing the lung, resulting in fatal hemorrhaging. Death may have occurred within minutes. Notes: extreme myositis, pupil contraction. I was finished reading. Was observed in the victim's blood both eyes. That's gonna be important later. Don't you whisper behind my back. So I'll come down there and I'll fight you for it. Obviously I remember. That was the start of everything. Jezebel Barrett. Behind the woman's studied person I faced. Wait. Behind the woman's studied person was the face of a killer.
Yes!
9 months ago, this person named Medicine was killed. The culprit was...
Auto shutdown initiated.
Are you fucking serious me? Kidding me, headphones?
Auto shutdown cancelled. Powering off. Powering on.
Yes, she was a killer.
Mic on.
At the time, our courtroom had just signed a new treaty with Great Britain. In the midst of the cousin situation, an incident occurred. An Englishman, Dr. John H. Wilson, was shot dead. Have we ever told you you should go ask Professor McCullough? Yes, I was endowed with the man. He'd been in my mental health room when I went to London for forensic citizen. Indeed, was I invited to me in Japan as a visitor to the university. Actually, the murder of Englishman on our soil was a matter of government resolved rapidly. Indeed it was. The secret trial was conducted in the Supreme Court. A sheriff from Birmingham City was arrested on suspicion of the murder. The second-year English student by the name of Ryunosuke Naruto. With the help of his best friend, a student lawyer, the cause was competent in his own defense. Exposed to the despicable crime committed by Jezebel Barrett. Miss Barrett eventually admitted to her crimes. However, when questioned about the motive that drove her to take Dr. Wilson's life, she gave no satisfactory answer before the trial reached its conclusion. Immediately after the trial, the British government brought council judicial into play. Unable to sentence Miss Barrett according to our laws, it was decided that she would be removed from Sagani, China instead. Why Shigani? The British consular caught there. Correct. Over the data personality. The date of transfer to Shigani was faithfully settled upon last week. All that remained was the Empire's obligation to see the British safely aboard the steamship. And yet, the very day before the departure, this woman was killed. Only the day before. How would you? I'm satisfied the cultural defense is significantly capable of representing the defendant. Oh. Thank you, Your Excellency. It's the first hurdle. Now, summary of the incident, your plea, if you please. Prosecutor Archie. As you wish, Your Excellency. Upon the crime took place on the 11th of August, broad daylight. It was the seagulls, of course. Yes, got the appearance of bright blue skies, scheduled basking spot at the sea. The incident occurred inside a small beach hut. Erected in the bathers' resistance changed their clothes. Cause of death was a single stab wound to the posterior abdomen, persisting the victim's lung. The injury was proved fatal. She's smiling in her death. Fuck you, I died at the end. The two persons alone together in the beach hut at the time of the victim's death. Miss Barrett and her bathing attire. And the accused, Ray Mahabari. According, he was no doubt the accused guilty, especially when considered it was a powerful motive. The police arrived promptly at the scene, promptly arrested the young lady. That's extraordinary description of the events leaves me somewhat lost for words, I must say. That's certainly true. Protection summary. It's full of words that raise an awful lot of questions. As a lawyer, I ought to pick up on the prosecution's counsel and see what he said about it. Clearly exaggerating, powerful motives, a blatant overstatement. Tut tut tut. And the yoga boy seems lost for words, doesn't he? Fully understand. I beg your pardon. No matter. Let us put their curs, shall we? Madara-san, you're a research assistant in the Imperial University, I believe. Yes, I am. I'm working for Professor Mukabara in his laboratory this moment. No, you're on trial this moment. Please get your facts right, lady. You have terrible research if you can't see that. I can confirm that. The Frederick excellent assistant has a strong sense of ability. Fascinating to hear. Now, another question. Prior to your Professor Mukabara, whose researchers were you assisting at the then? Oh, I was studying under Dr. John H. Wilson. Dr. John H. Wilson? Is the English professor that was murdered by the victim 9 months ago? Why does that give her a motive? Killed a professor. She has no relation to it. Okay, she was a professor student, but why would she care? Accused of deep-seated respect for the former Dr. Wilson. Is that not true? Yes, Dr. Wilson was a wonderful man. Interesting. Tell the court deep satisfying feelings of the English man who killed him. Well, obviously, I was filled with hatred. You're done. Powerful hatred. Oh, Ray, be careful what you're saying. Ah! There's a motive. There's revenge, plain and simple, Your Excellency. Well, clearly a trap all along. How wicked of the users right, undying respect for a former mentor to Benster like that. Let's find a more detailed something that can be possible with events. As a lawyer, I would pick up the Prosecutions Council and see what it's said about. Mr. Mediver-san. Yes, what is it? Mr. Daughter-san. I sound to wish I made an alias that was alias the richest son, so no. Please tell the court exactly where you were present at the bathing spot the victim in the first place. You were alone with her. Oh, well, no, that's not true. I was not that at all. There are other people present. The detective who was guarding the misrepresentation from the starters. I just have to come prepared to as a companion, that's all. Let's be clear. The moment of death, you were alone together with the victim in the hut. There's you and no one else. The truth is, the only reason why the young woman was accompanied by Miss Merrick with the bathing suit on was accused last chance to save the victim's life. No. Because that we know, following day, Miss Merrick exaggerated to the British authorities secretly. And the accused would never be permitted to dispatch her again. It's so obvious. How do they refrain from conjunctivist, Counsel? Tish! Ha ha ha! Prosecutor Counsel seems enjoying using protective tics like that. Now, at least, which is a simple and memorable fact. Do not try to let him go. Oh dear, this is really terrifying. But Father's right. We need more information. As a lawyer, I ought to pick up on the prosecution, so what he said. If I may, Prosecutor Archie. What do you want, you fresh-faced young yokel student? I wonder, could you explain to me, please? You mentioned a bathing spot. Ha! My apologies. Clearly you missed it. Israel has confused the poor country bumpkin's simple mind. Bathing spots are very latest trend in health practices in the West. We are told that bathing in water of the ocean is curative, therapeutic, and excellent for one's skin. No, that's not what I meant. I was referring to the fact that Miss Brennan had the intention and purpose of being found guilty of murder. What the hell are you talking about in chat? Oh, talking about seagulls. I'm Australian. Seagulls are fucking everywhere. The scene out of Finding Nemo are very accurate. Why would you know criminal beings like to the sea? Old time's sakes, I believe. Sorry? Miss Bear was department trying to go the following day. The final wish was to enjoy the day on our country's wonderful coast. The British Embassy put extreme pressure on the government to comply. But on what grounds would they agree to such a request? Because, as usual, the government's unable to stand up against the foreign powers. In matter of diplomacy, you seem we don't have much of a courage to decline the whims of a known criminal. Don't look at me, Professor! I wasn't the government who was against the mission, nor was I! In any case, I decided that with the scattered defective, on duty, could do anything could go wrong. But in fact, a murder took place. I said, don't look at me! I wasn't the young student girl who's on alive. Not yet has been proven that. I want to provoke the man. I want to provoke the man if you need to. I believe that clears the picture of the incident now. Despite the guilt being determined 9 months ago, Miss Barrett managed to avoid a criminal action instead of continuing her research at the university. Obviously, over the period, Ray and I would have encountered with other a number of occasions. Seeing the murder, someone she had greatly respect for, enjoying such universal beauty. Yes. If only temporary, Miss Barrett's extradition to Shanghai. You can hardly blame Rai for feeling a little anger to resentment. Poor Rai. So, Your Excellency, what kind of pictures this is an exhibit? Photographic print that shows the scene of the crime immediately following the incident. In Australia, chips eat you. Yes, Council. Tragic image. I can clearly say there's nowhere within the hut anyone could else have been hidden. Under a dress. The court will accept the printed evidence. Understand then, the defendant were alone inside the beach at the time. It's deeply troubling, I must say. The figures of guilt point firmly at the defendant. Well, Your Excellency, I fear the prosecution has much more to its case. Nodding. We intend to prove accused appalling actions beyond a possible conclusion. To that end, I can confirm that I have multiple witnesses at the scene of the crime, demanding evidence. Witnesses? But who? One of whom, I might add, is a highly respected police detective. And I assure you, since many of these witnesses will leave the no room for doubt. You're so mean. Fight me. We'll settle this outside like real men. Even though I'm a woman. Very well, Counsel. Bring forth the witnesses. Let's answer you. I've been waiting for this moment. Sorry? Oh yes, I haven't forgotten. The trial 9 months ago. You were fought in this very courthouse. When that irrelevant little student boy utterly humiliated me. His hair got longer. Roscoe Nobuno. Oh, yes? It's not the Dozy family's name. I'll never be forgotten. You are come to continue with your agreeing, Counsel. But old heads that stand aside and make way for you. It's the way of the world. You may never forget. Check ahead of time whose top knocking has been cut off the bell of credential enrollment Charles. Yes, fateful day. My former self died. Start of your own mini midget revolution. You're modernizing as well, Counsel? Silence! Since I swore revenge back then, there's been no minor miracle on top of my head. Observe this growth. See the hope spreading forth on the burning expanse of my crown. The tiny crown is trying to tell me something. I'm afraid I can't really see. Hope exactly? I said silence! Today I face another Yoko student from Naruto clan. Well, I will vanquish you! If it fertilizer, see the hope at the top of my head. You've been warned. With that, my subject calls the witness to the stand. Who looked at the strength of both sides in trial. Person and defense each have much to lose. A haircut is hardly comparable to Rai's life. Good point. I'm a terrible father. Oh, it's the detective again. This other guy as well. What is this? Please say your name and occupations for the court. Chief Inspector Noto Summoner, Imperial Police Bureau. He has a turtle on his head. I am disguised, obviously. You cannot go undetected. And I'm, well, the next bright thing in the books, also renowned throughout the capital, in fact. Yes! Turn, sold out, sexual, I'm a cat, sexual, slippers, suicide number, sir. And who the fuck is that behind him? My goodness. Totally straight from provinces, please. Nothing aware of me. You need it. It's only natural that you feel nervous in my presence. All of you, but relax, call me Sasuke even. All the returning characters. Yes. What is Sasuke-san doing here? Tread carefully, Shinobu. The author follow knows you from your time in London, doesn't he? If he exposes you for who you are, it'll be over before it begins. Yes, of course, I know. It seems Sasuke-san won't have forgotten about me. I could certainly never forget about him. Although he does seem to have changed somewhat in the 6 months of study. He's no longer a whiny little bitch. That's Dr. Togura. It's an amazing outfit, it's hard to believe. Do I have something on my face? Well, your glasses for one, although you didn't seem to be helping you see. Thank goodness he hasn't recognized me either. Ah, this was a disguise, isn't it? It's a disguise, isn't it? Although appearing in those clothes I'm wearing, take me for faithful testimony. It's my guide, the principal carry out the testimonies flawlessly. Was the detective well known for stealing evidence so it wouldn't be destroyed? Like, oh, the crime's over. He steals all the evidence so it's not destroyed. Very well, appreciate it. Police Bureau. The detective might have been present. But what are the business of the writer such as yourself are doing? So sad. Well, you see, I've been asked today to give a lecture. On the morning of the incident, the Imperial University Grand Council Hall, no less. Are you in university? After the lecture, I had a very pleasant conversation with the researcher from the medical science department. Professor over there, in fact. My father? With Professor Merkaba? Yes, that's right. You've raised one particular newspaper. They wanted a story about the two former students who studied in Great Britain. Of course, being a renowned author, the press never had left me alone. Silly, spy, snapshot, scribble stories. Sculpture of my privacy. As you can see, the conversation is written up in this newspaper here. Read it at your leisure, my virtual struggling student friend. I have plenty of copies. Thank you very much. He's practically threw the paper at me. Now, anyway, fly my interview with the professor. Hey, what are you doing? Shut up, you gave me a newspaper I gotta read. She has a pen. Did they fed this from a goose? Oh my god, did they kill the goose as well? Or is the goose like stuck on the head just like flapping and they're just like, yeah, I'll leave the goose, it's fine. Oh, jeez. Handbag. It'd be awful if you just have the goose on the back just like flapping like, well, the goose is evidence, we can't take the goose. Fuck, he's dabbing again. Stop dabbing, you old man. Wait. How does he have a cat? He left that in Great Britain. He smuggled his cat back. Anyway, following the interview with the professor, the lady in question appeared made a very unexpected announcement. I should like to go with everyone to see the country's coast. Those were her words. I explained before, but you were never taken into custody. You're due to work at a laboratory under strict surveillance, of course. In which, the university immediately contacted the government to seek guidance. The response was, commitments ready to go along. Commitments go along as long as the detective is accompanies her. The detective and I was liberty to divulge. I was Chief Inspector Shadow Hugger. Thereby, the entire party of the practically cancelled you for the seaside, it seems. I was extremely challenging to clear all the members of the public from the vicinity of the beach. Is he still bleeding? Unfortunately, the biggest physical fitness a moment ago, so I was able to carry out the duties flawlessly. Oh, my Inspector, you're here. Well, you don't have something on your face now. Oh, how unsightly, I do apologize. Does this mean why the beach was your father? Oh, fortunately I had work to finish off. But unfortunately, of course, it means that my assistant Ray was invited to take my place. Of course, the renowned author didn't like suspicions. Ah, but only if I'd never seen it, that awful sight! Relentlessly, wrecked, remorse, regret! Smell my armpit! Very well. Former testimony of the court. I'll give account of what you witnessed. Your improper execution to the coast. Of course, Your Excellency. Of course, Your Excellency. Relentlessly ransacked, remorse, regret. I am. His eyes twitching still. It's Schrodinger's cat. It's everywhere and nowhere until you see it. On the day of the incident, I was ordered a special surveillance assignment to the skies. I just managed to catch the crab Then I suddenly heard a cortical from behind me. I ran to the picture to want the bearer of the question. Yes! The young girl! A strange English woman, dagger in hand, stabbed wildly. I saw the blood on the blade, and before that, she had stabbed the victim multiple times. That's a short testimony. Indeed, it appears on the court testimony both the witnesses are present and saw. At the very moment, the horrendous crime. Nani? Now, if you recall, the premises was well. That's the case again. Ah, yes. What was it? Damning evidence. What do you have there, Consul? So-called fountain pen, is it? Correct, Your Excellency. I found at the scene whilst examining the body. It appears at her dying moments, a foreign ounce of strength. The victim clutched a piece of evidence that would possibly identify her killer. Nani? Your Excellency, cast your eyes upon that photograph to print the crime scene more. It was a swan that committed the heinous murder. Swans are evil monsters that kill everyone. Yes, the victim grasping something quite deliberate in her hand. That's right, the fountain pen. As you work hard to examine the pen, Your dear Excellency. Oh! Owner's initials were engraved in the silver barrel. RM. Wait. Isn't RM the initials of the murderous Irish billionaire that died in the second game? Richard McCullen. Initials of the defendant. Ah, no! He even passes out like goddamn Naruto. The judge panel admitted evidence. So, have I admitted anything? Hey, don't interrupt me. Wait, I can't look at this? The ceremony, demanding evidence. The popular skies outside the courtroom today. Perfect weather to observe guilt, I feel. I don't understand. What was I 9 months ago? And none of this man's poise. As judge of the defense, you may begin your cross-examination now. Rise from your grave! Naruto-san! Naruto. What means? Oh, yes, me! Is there another Naruto in the courtroom? Actually, there isn't even a single Naruto in the courtroom. Cousin Ryota, put yourself together, please. Alright, I see the colonel sounds on the judicial assistant. Finding consistency between the witness testimonies, provide their lying somehow. That's all there is to it. That's all the real lawyer would have to cross-examination. Let's see what I can do. Let's see. On the day of the incident, I was ordered to a special assignment in the disguise. I just managed to catch a crab when I suddenly heard a quarterful from behind me. I ran to the beach at once and found the pair in question. Yes! There goes Astride, English with a dagger in her hand. Throughtly stabbed. So blood on the blade to prove that she had stabbed the victim multiple times. Hold it! Why, what pair do you mean? What did they say? What could that be? Oh no, I misunderstand. Obviously, I mean the victim and the defendant, Ryan Minnesota. Oh. It would have been helpful if you could have just said that from the outset. If you jump to conclusions, you expect to fall flat on your face sometimes. Dear me, pinning your hopes on such outlandish chance. Foolish, very foolish. Looking on the outside of the chance, I wish I realized before something silly. So, Inspector, you know the call exactly what you found in the prepared hut. Well, that was a sorry sight. Crazy scene. Part of the non-cert hanging in the doorway. That's inside, only to see the defendant leaning mercilessly over the lifeless body of the victim's fallen chair. glasses were nearly cracked on this side. Only side that met my eyes. They're thoroughly appalling. Huh. He doesn't appear to be lying here. Well, Stik-san, you read the Inspector Hoaxer is saying was a wonder. Ah, a little man's opinion. Yes, that young girl outside of the English with a dagger in hand as he stabbed wildly.
Hold it!
Stabbed wildly? You actually saw her do it? Oh, indeed. Terrible structure, terrible inspector, bloody tyrant, author's torment. Eek! Every sound, the sound, created by the missions of memory. That was my impression, at least, the future literary sensation. Cancer, what on earth is the shrill, effeminate scream? Oh no, what are you insinuating? I'm a mainly Japanese as you. I wonder if I might inject you here. Stik-san, something you said is troubling me. That was my impression. We just watched just now, I believe. Oh, so you didn't mean to say you're not confident in saying we saw and described? No, yes, I know what I saw! My ears don't deceive me when I hear a scream, hence I didn't deceive me either! I can describe anything vividly, I can punish you with a newspaper cereal. It sounds like the next installment of the I Am a Cat may take me to subscribe. I think it's a fool's errand. More press the author to find out what he saw, the more entrenched he's going to become. Oh dear, how awkward. Oh god, he's pooping again. Don't poop in the middle of the courtroom. I saw the blood on the blade and he even stabbed the victim multiple times. Only a single wound.
Objection!
There was a multiple stabs, there's only a single stab. Wait, no wait. Objection. For I just cry, I put up deep inside me, finally in the sand. Every time I come back to sand, I notice I stood here on the bench. The stakes have been very, very high indeed. What's the meaning of this? Menacing pose, counsel! I just wanted to clarify something for me. What? Where? When? How? Author is wrong. Ruins case for everyone. Victim kept off scot-free. I have 30 pages. Why am I skipping 5 pages every time I write something? It's a poor use of my notebook. Why am I still writing? This is stupid. Not you, Sasuke-san. The Query Detection Inspector Hoaxer. Me? What statement just now? Said the victim was stabbed multiple times? Yes, that's right. As I said, not stabbed in the heart. But was already standing over the victim, bloody knife in hand, like a murderous demon. And yet that can't be true. What? Get to the point, please, counsel. The postmortem report clearly states the victim is stabbed one time only. Ah. In other words, the to the testimony was clearly flawed. Ah. Sasuke-san. And me? You seem to remember. You said Cliff must have stabbing the victim. Yeah, yes, I did. Wildly. Both of you were inspecting for film at some point. There was already blood on the knife which you saw the defendant holding. Yes, and? It's quite simple. The medical used to stab the victim only once, therefore, there's no way it could have been blood on the knife if that stabbing had already occurred. Ah, true! What is exactly your contention, counsel? What the hell are you going to tell us? Yes, Your Excellency, they're the one that took a conclusion. Such an effect was not mentioned the defendant stabbed at all. Remember the defendant, in fact, withdrew the blade from the victim's body. That can't be! That can't be! B, Ruby. Excellent work, Dinosaur. You exploded with an objection and then proceeded to pull apart their systematically. Tish! Well, take me back. Take me back in time. Lead unto the past where the case was solved by yours truly. Yes, seen him in the council stage scene, much like a child. I'm not the half-witted child, half-baked objection, attempting to steal the show. All right. There were certainly similarities. Except the so-called half-witted child managed to outwit the prosecution, who was only half-headed, who certainly have a half-headed head. Slender! My head is quite adequately dressed. In any case, talking of the stabbing withdrawal of the point, it makes no jolt of difference. What? Why not? Engage your brain, young man. When the accused first planted the blade weapon, the victim was a fatal blow. And the moment, you just had to withdraw the blade, read an extract with the saw. It already tainted with blood because the victim had already stabbed the victim. Oh, you're successfully thrown in the little display. Is that attachment, Arthur? It's probably the moment of extravagance. Oh, no. He's already in jail and dead. I'm in agreement with the prosecution. The verdict was seen without the blade at all. Specific grounds are actually revealed the suspicion. But you're already withdrawing the blade. Now we're back to where we started. Sorry? Consider this, young yokel boy. Clean as a hard jug yokel. I can call my mom while I'm up here. Hey, Ma! If the shooter goes innocent as you claim, get off the dang roof. Then we would say, pull the blade from the victim and the demon-called composed corpse. Prosecution demands explanation, and it better be good. Why did I pull out the knife? Oh yes, going for the jugular. What does Father mean by that? There's a court here, you cancel. Right, the truth is, I don't really know. I think of a plausible reason here, or won't have the case. Which might have been to pull the knife at the blade out of the victim's body was so she could. According to the post-mortem report, the victim's death was not instant. That's correct. It remained a contusive for a short while after sustaining injury. Indeed, give it time to take hold of the piece of evidence that clearly indicates the killer. The point is, being a medical research student, Miss Mizzou was compelled to act in face of the wounded victim. Instinctively, she pulled the blade out in an attempt to save his opponent's life. I did not think of that. Fuck! Fuck indeed. Yes, I'd say fuck. Did you hear that, Your Excellency? You have to see the honest respecting of a young yokel. Indeed. Is that me or does something feel much colder in here? Your Excellency, if I may. Speak, witness. I would like another opportunity to testify. Inspector the slip hold session I just put forward by the local defense counsel, Slip hold? It's an idea, Inspector. A young yokel, hopefully, missing on knowledge of when clearly saw a victim. But matter of medicine, appears to possess that I don't have common sense. Very well, Inspector. I permit your co-workers. You will testify against before the court on subject of the advances against assertions. Yes, sir. I'll do flawlessly. You already fucked up once, you're not very flawless. Get on my level. Which is down here. Come find me down underneath the table. Pour the blade from the victim without thinking it could be heavy because blade bleeding. It's better knowledge that in medical research it's just an ounce of sense on the thought. In other words, there's no one good. good reason the defendant would have tried to pull the knife out of the victim. Let's not forget the young student and motive for killing the victim. The man murdered months ago. Dr. Wilson, the defendant's high respected mentor. What was he? Is that what you just said, Truce, Inspector? Pulling out the knife from the wound really caused it to bleed heavily? Yes, it takes the weapon. The other weapon is a stopper. The wind that prevents excessive blood loss. Until our doctor is proper treatment, the stopper should not be removed. Oh, I see. Ha! That's all Yoko should say on the farm! Even a crack from some obscure mountain village would have been that basic knowledge. Anyone who's ever given some sort of poke with the rifle pulls it out again knows it. Oh well, I never been sad to anyone, so you see. I'll pull the blade out of the wound, so. Of course you'll have it. I didn't bring you up the way like a bandit. Father, it's true. Tell me, did you call him father? It's a special remedy known as a medic. I would know where I'm at. But you can't ignorant of fundamentals. It should be poor and fatal in many ways. Then, what would I have done then? Or could you pull out a knife full knowing the cord was faded from his bayonet? I don't know. Rose over mentioned something about the knife too to me. It's almost impossible to believe, but my friend actually have. So. Yes, I yelled that out loud. I am sorry. You've just been caught out as a girl. I am sorry. I told you to be quiet, and I was the one that did it. Fuck. You go low, I go high. Put yourself together. We mustn't lose sight of why we're here. Consul, time for your cross-examination. Oh, yes, Your Excellency. However, I must warn you that if your cross-examination fails to identify the issue with the established facts, I'll be moving to the district immediately afterwards. That's a little fast. Why's that prosecution? What if I debunk someone? The prosecution does have to defend themselves. This is bullshit. Believing your clients fighting the cause to the bitter end. I know it'll be hard, but I know it'll be this hard. Hope everyone's having a good day today. Put a bite of the window without thinking could cause heavy bleeding. Sorry, I have my phone. Deep moves behind. Put the blade in the wind, but I think it could cause heavy bleeding.
Hold it!
You say doing it without thinking could be a problem? I mean, if you drew the attention, it would be alright. I would have thought you spelled out really, but the blade is like a stopper. The wound removed it. Symptom occurred. Whereas medical would have been present for any attempt to made for the blade. Doing without thinking would be madness, or just you can't do it. Oh wow! Thank you so much for the thorough explanation. You see, Counsel, when you act without thinking, the result is bloodbath. Back to the witness testimony, please. It's a basic knowledge of research assistants, and so I don't know.
Hold it!
If that's the case, then the other speculation here. Which is clearly the defendant, Rose Memberson, did not possess an ounce of sense. What do you think about Mr. Fitzmaker? I'm not sure what you should be labelling your best friend as lacking in common sense. Well, I thought it'd be better than labelling her as a murderer. I don't know young people these days, but the friendship, don't understand it. Careful, Counsel. They could sense that I'll bonk you with my hammer, and you'll be splattered all over the courtroom again. Oh dear, that recalled rather badly. That's a life. That's life, I'm afraid. That's what everyone has to learn. Hopefully, you could understand real basic medical knowledge. Being involved in medical research, maybe would have certainly been deeply aware of it. In other words, there's no good reason why the defendant would have wanted to pull a knife on the victim.
Hold it!
But the defendant is so suddenly counted somebody she knew lying on the ground to bleed to death. So I could have struck her into dedicated sensibilities, causing her to remove the blade inadvertently. I really don't think if inadvertently action is explains it. The woman medical research assistant, I can't imagine she must have been so irrationally. Oh, but rational behavior as a woman is prerogative, isn't it? Oh dear, you have a lot to learn about women. Only a small-minded man could have such bigoted views. Oh dear, perhaps I'm letting my mouth starting to take a hold a little bit too much. That's it, me. Go back and make me a sandwich. Okay, me. I'm going now, me, into the kitchen. Me. Well, I might as well confirm the basics now. That should cover up the medical side of the argument. Let's not forget the young student had motive for killing the victim.
Hold it!
Whatever the motive, it is just motive of sense nature to do something so awful. But she had both had a motive and opportunity in that's very hard to argue. You don't know the defendant. And you, counsel, do not appear to know the law. Bleh. I was evidenced by the court argument, but not feelings. This, like the defense lawyer, I must say, pity was accused. Sorry. I suppose there in many ways are someone named Magwada. The method of murder 9 months ago, the doctor was the defendant, highly respected lawyer.
Hold it!
Yes, well, that's true. It's also manifest talents of offered a position assistant despite her being a woman. She was extremely grateful to him. Yes, an Englishman appeared to have been a very broad-minded individual. Unfortunate, Dr. Watson had no time for outdated traditions. You have the opposition, of course, with the family members and abilities. Certainly the defendant had more, which really says a probably on point. Fuck me. This is hopeless. I couldn't find a single crack in his testimony anywhere. If Frey was withdrawing from the knife when it was her father, just can't think of any way to explain why she did it. So, I thought that it's especially important to remember the fundamentals. Oh yes, the fundamentals. Play basketball, bounce the ball, shoot the hoop. Wait, but play basketballs. How does fundamentals help? Evidence is a courtroom. Evidence is what a courtroom is, isn't it? Of course, I've never been through a court record dozens of times already. I think perhaps you're forgetting something though. Yes, I can now examine the evidence. You need to just examine the great detail too. This is still just a tutorial. It was your first time playing lawyers in the courtroom. If you need to remind you of the Ridge Amendment, you really need to ask. Ray Bethel. Examine the evidence in the court record. I have no idea what I should do. Hey, let's just skip this tutorial. Come to think of it, customers don't notice someone will always turn the evidence over and over in their hands. Yes, I need to examine things in great detail with space. Wow! Some sort of emblem here, look! But, isn't the university one? It must belong to the organization, I suppose, but it's of some kind. Which would imply that the pen doesn't in fact belong to Ray. take off the pen's lid. It's a fountain pen's lid. I'm gonna draw a mustache on chat. Ready? Yeah. Yeah. Sort of. Oh, look in your eyes. I see him coming back to you. Go through the corridor again. Thorough look at everything. You'll find a clue. Yes, I'll do it straight away. Haha! Whee! This is perfect okay, so there's be a important article on the back of the page as well. Exclusive! Deadly poison is known from human medical research laboratory. Research laboratory? Mother. Isn't that your lab? What the? Let me see that! The poison has been stolen! It's pointing the paper and statistics they gave us. Are you saying you didn't know? This is embarrassing! What kind of heavy handle authority? I know. I didn't. I've not heard of such a thing. Somewhere on Earth, a reporter gleaned this information. Come to think of it, there's no article mentioning this story in the paper this morning. There was there? It's a highly toxic poison. They've been walked through highly toxic poison. Walking through the field with confidence. I put Ray in charge of the project. Ray? She managed to Well, if what is true, it means she tried to hide their theft from me. And moreover, it doesn't want to leak somehow. I don't believe it. Well, read the article very carefully. Whee! President England returns T.O. This is the view of second sentence, father. Exchange. Yes, we came a little urban animated. Spoke about. Oh god, I can't focus tonight. The program marriage comes to a moment the karate chopped on the neck. I hope you weren't hurt. He dabbed all over me. It was humiliating. Follow the truth. Following the chart, Jeremy came out on the list 11th August. Light of very evidence took place. The deadly poison secretly developed and eventually fed to stolen. In the small amount into the body, either via the mouth or women poison labeled blade, it would fall fatal in minutes. Okay, I'm gonna take a wild guess here. This pen is poisoned. Let's go to the barrel, shall we? This must be a little reserve was of the holding ink. Yes, fill the drawing ink from the bottom through the nib. Something's wrong, Father. There doesn't actually appear to be any ink in here. That's all. I guess you're right. Pretty much empty. Well, it could be worth the vague of running out, I suppose. Is really cleanly engraved here. Hazardous barrel clings to the pen. The diamond is very clear message too. Directed by the killer, you mean? I don't think we can doubt that. Just keep evidence in the case. Watch me. She had a reason. If she had the super deadly poison. No, there is one possibility. A very good reason my defendant might have decided to withdraw the knife from the victim's wound. What? Ha! There was not only a poor guard of the law, but also a poor loser. Nelson, what possibly do you think you could identify? It's right here. This is a paper article. They call the deadly poison had been stolen from the laboratory and proven
Attention!
They're the Paris and the stab wound. The poison is no relevance to the case. But, Prosecution, will you please let the defendant speak? But, the newspaper article, the court cannot rely on some kind of heresy that which the resident publication carry. Counsel for the defense. I'm going to need a tangible basis for your claim. You indicate the court record precisely what part of the paper mentioned from your assertion. Your Excellency! Yes, of course. Thank you. I've never done it before something of death just cause. Here's the reason why the defendant pulled the knife from the victim's body, explained in the article where it says, deadly in tiny quantities. Why the poison is not? Poison was apparently stolen from the medical research library in the university. Here's what teams are calling the department's security practices into question. The very department the prisoner is standing nonchalantly opposed. Opposite me, I believe. Oh, yes, Father? Or some reason why you felt necessary to highlight the fact that the theft occurred in my department. How can I explain it? It was the first detail I came to my eyes. However, I'm suggesting you read the article again carefully. Sorry, Tyler. I guess. That didn't tiny quantities. They reveal the following property about the poison in question. Toxic members of the body in the knife laced with poison and rapidly absorbed and causes death in minutes. Are you suggesting? The knife used to attack Miss Burnett was laced with this very poison. We explain why the defendant, Miss Burnett's son, would have withdrawn the blade sooner than possible. Yes, the truth is, there's an attempt to stop the poison from entering the victim's body. What? What was poison with this crazy lady? That's complete utter nonsense! Not at all! The defendant withdrew the knife blade before the victim's body was no accelerated the woman's demise. It was but to save her life. The prosecution cannot deny that possibility. You better read the post-mortem report, because the death was hemorrhaging. The word poison appears nowhere in the document. Well, that's because they acted quickly to remove the blade and the defendant prevented the poison from taking hold. Oh please! That's clearly desperation! The lost weasel breaking of the wind. Poison has nothing whatever to do with the case, as I believe the defense will now be aware. With no proof, the information is just a wretched newspaper article, reliable anyway. In such a situation, the student would have done the wait for the medical system to arrive. But instead, he claimed this suspected poison took the blade and the blade potentially lethal the decision to remove the blade. Must have a strong reason for our suspicions then. I would make no sense. Exactly! Well put, Inspector! Well, what grounds did she, you recall? I didn't both suspect the stolen poison was involved. If you want grounds, I'll give you grounds, bitch. What? What? You can't possibly! From your expression, counsel, it would appear that there are no empty words. There are the most empty words I've ever said in my entire life. But naturally, outside a courtroom as a lawyer, you must be aware. The words alone, empty or not, are no value in our courtroom. This is quite amounts of evidence. Yes, Your Excellency. I'm well aware of that. I just need I've seen it many times from my place to hide inside the Old Bailey. Thank you, counsel. We have proof of the court now. What evidence demonstrates a clear link between the case and the poison in the article? Maybe the extreme mitosis?
Take that!
card referred to the notes section of the postmortem report, which reads, extreme meiosis, pupil constriction, was observed in the victim. Oh. Clearly being yokel with no knowledge of forensic science, I have no idea, so please do tell me. Presumably, the fact that the condition of the victim was noted in the postmortem report means it's unusual symptoms of death. Just, well... Under normal circumstances, the pupils dilate when they died. If there was extreme contraction instead, it must likely be because unusual, yes. What are you doing? You yokel detective! In this article, there's the following information about the solid poison. Onset of symptoms occurs in minutes, ending with acute contraction of the pupils prior to death. What? The defendant, upon seeing the victim stabbed in the back, happened to notice the pupils of the bird was constricted slightly severely. Yes, and indeed medical research suggested she would have suspected poison immediately, without a doubt. Prosecutor Archie, I think you'll agree, there must be compelling evidence. You! Yokel student, yokel's professor! Everyone's a yokel! They're all Cletus! You're Cletus, I'm Cletus, everyone's Cletus. I believe that evidence demonstrated the credible reason for the defendant's actions. No! Yokel judge! You name Mikabra. Yes, your excellency. I believe the best place to confirm and deny the victim of the poison counsel is the government. We tell the court the truth about the details reported in the newspaper, please. It pains me to have to admit this, but I'm afraid I don't know. You don't know? The doctor was kept under lock and key in my laboratory, certainly, but I was unaware of any theft. Do you mean to tell the court the report was assessed was unfounded? No, Your Excellency. Without returning to the laboratory to visit myself, I couldn't say. Ha! Listen to the bumbling academic! Unaware of the theft of secret state research from his own workplace until there is a newspaper. I take full responsibility for the incompetence of my supervision. Father! Just a better solution for the university. You should have more control over your students, rather than allowing them to walk on killing sprees. That's totally unfounded. Ah! Oh god, I'm constipated. Why does this hurt so much? None of this is most fault. It's all my fault. Ray. Episode? The accuse you evidence will not be tolerated. But it was me. I was the one who noticed the poison wound developing its own that day. What? So you knew? I've been placed in charge of overseeing the project. As I tell you, the professor and Sasuke somewhere interviewed together in the newspaper. So noticed some of the poison was missing. So it turned out it was. What do you tell me? No, immediately. I was scared. The project was supposed to be confidential, but some of the boxes themselves had said I'd been taken. So I decided to try and get it back before anyone else found it. But it's the very good idea who the thief was. Thief? You don't mean... Yes, of course. It was a dainty Englishwoman. It's Jezebel Brett. That's why I decided to join the little group of people at the seaside. In the beach, I confronted Miss Brett. But she just stormed back to that, smiling sweetly. I mean, if she knew I was she was untouchable. I know what you said, Paul. I thought it was a poison. Well now, whatever do you mean, darling? And then, she suddenly got on her feet, fell forward to her knees in front of me, and then collapsing on the floor. That's when I saw the knife in her back. I couldn't understand what had just happened. And then, Remember that night? I was seized by fear. The pupils of her head had shrunk to tiny pinpoints. I don't believe it. In other words, the victim was suffering from the effect of the pollen poison. My mind started racing. I did anything with her lips while I'd been with her. As I looked at one person and pointed into their body. The blade of the knife is out there in the back. That's what I thought the bird you in the moment to withdraw the blade. Yes! The man on the blade enters the bloodstream is small enough, she might have a chance. That's what I hoped. Really? I'm so sorry for staying silent all this time. Your attempt to hide the truth of what's happening is not something I can overlook. However, I do know the courage which you confessed to the end. Thank you, Your Excellency. Did that barely persistible, but I do think the balance has shifted a little here in the quality.
Objection!
Your Excellency, do not be so deceived. The victim just collapsed before your eyes, you say? Well, Mr. Beverson, if that's the case, perhaps you could explain how Miss Mary could have come to be stabbed. It's a tent. Stab a hole through the tent. It's just fabric. I mean, you can walk through walls. Well, you have no idea because the simple truth that you stabbed the victim motivated by revenge. But you have no conclusive evidence to prove the assertion, do you? Oh, I have evidence. And it's very much conclusive. Suspicion can't stop me. It was brief, but he hesitated for a moment, and I'm almost sure of it. No, but also informed evidence at once. Just with urgency. That's one more praise is due. Your exhaustion. What? I'd imagine there would be no need for us to submit this evidence. I bet you bought it on yourself! What the? Can a more damning shot exist? Currently in the air, the beats are almost predictable. Evidence is more than that. This evidence, more than any other, reveals a true extension of the murder's nature. Appreciate that the experiment specifically points the blade in the victim's back. No, that's not true, no! I don't believe it. Wow! Wow! Order! Get to the defense. Why did you have to Was it you who was responsible for that shrill scream in the first moment in the courtroom? That's it, yet to break. Your cause is so soil mind and so in nature. I'll show you something mature. Pulls out the boobs. Are these not mature enough for you? Careful now, so. It's time to show our face here. It is also the picture as well as 1,000 words. So I have ample proof. Can I send the extremely choreographed front print as print? Can't believe you had the photograph like that. I've been asleep this entire time. Tail. It's okay, stock image is generally not lost words. Wait a minute, I don't understand. How did you, look at the photograph.
Objection!
No importance here, stop trying to divert attention.
Objection!
That's an absurd thing to say, and curiously important. Whoever took this photograph was a witness to the murderer's death. God must allow, hear that person's testimony. Ah! I'll uphold the French's command. As you know, revealed that the person responsible for taking the photograph at once. Well, I'm afraid I can't do that. Pardon? You see, the print arrived in pre-op bureau headquarters first post yesterday. It doesn't indicate the sender's name on the address. Preference of the print is unknown. Goodness. Are we to understand, Council, that full knowledge of the fact that the photograph was had the American origins, you nevertheless believed that the submission evidence was to be caught? That would immediately get this court disbarred. This was first production of the print before I noticed the hesitation for a quick moment. But you knew it wasn't completely reliable evidence, didn't you? Silence! You yoga student blabbering professor! What's the matter? It's my true the print is a good experience. But the defense has already admitted to pulling the knife blade in the wind. Certainly this isn't the moment the knife was plunged in the victim, but the man was withdrawn. Don't waste the courtroom's time in your ramblings. And indeed, with all the knowledge of the print, there's no means to verify its claim. The city captures without a doubt the most compelling evidence in court record. The defense is unable to shed any further light on the matter. I believe the conclusive is clear. Oh no. It's time for you to fight. Yeah, there's something wrong with the picture. You know, like this dress inside the there's something from over here. Look, there's like a big dress in the way. Because if it was here, you'd see it right from back, but you see it from over here. Yes, see it somehow. Yeah, plenty of time there. We're here to feed daily train back to the provinces. And for the day came against Kikuchi, the court of law. I can't determine the photograph then. I'm trying to convince then. I must have a clue somewhere. Something we're working at. Your Excellency, the very question took place. The very question took place is. Oh, I stopped myself again. It's about whether I can do it or come up with the answer right now. So I simply have to. The best with the photo print is, I assure you, some of the defense you're willing to reveal. What? No! You can't possibly! But you so boldly claim you can. Please, enlighten us. Unfortunately, I might be able to present a name. How unfortunately overwhelming. You really believe you could? However, I never presented evidence. Defense presents evidence to reveal the important details of the photographic's identity. What? Very well then, counsel. Put your proof of the court. What evidence presented to the photographer? Ah, look. This photo is the same lens crack as this one.
Take that!
What's that? Newspaper again. This English photo turns to tell all. It's not about the headlines you're unclear. It's the photograph. Look at it closely. You notice that there's some sort of lines in the right hand side. Oh yes, indeed. Already caught my eye. As it happens. What of it? Just some kind of presumably from the branch of the tree I'm like. There are trees go inside the laboratory of the university, I can assure you. Now, if you look closely at this photograph. Goodness gracious! Yes, exactly the same pattern of lines appear in the photograph too.
Objection!
Well, that tells us nothing! Ah, yes, a shed of some kind. Definitely, from branch trees. Well, there wouldn't be trees going inside the hut on the beach yet. Huh. Nerve. Quite remarkable about the two pads, absolutely identical. I touched on my feet, being inspired. The curious matching patterns appears that both fingerprints are a result of. Obviously, as we drew the problem with the camera and used to take the photographs. With the photographical device? Yes. We can confidently say the camera lens must be scratched. The scratches lens causes unwilling lines to appear or error from print of the device. It was taken some cameras. Oh god, I'm constipated. But okay. Must be hundreds of cameras devices here in the capital. It would be utterly impossible to invite the owner of the capital one. I think you're forgetting. Curiosity. Some of the photograph is featured in a newspaper article. A newspaper? Ah! That's right. The author of the article was just witness of the crime. What? Yeah. I think called ridiculous training. What are you yelling about? You already testified. It's memento, I tell you. Memento. Me, mo. Sister said? What is that? What's a memento? It was ever since I returned to Japan. Report from Sky News has been handling me, following me every day. Report the name of Retia Memento, a hounding from the dawn to dusk. Oh, now that he mentions it. A camera to the left of him, a camera to the right. Here he is. There I am. Oh, he's actually singing the song. Stuck in the middle with Martin Memento. I'm stuck in the middle with Martin Memento. So we said the picture was taken by Martin Memento, yes. My lord, your Esquire. Officer, the report at once. Bring him to my courtroom. I will join the short recess in the meantime. Oh, yes, Your Excellency. As you say, Your Excellency. One more thing. I want this knife, the mirror to examine for traces of poison. Why have we got no evidence yet at all? Our society expected Bureau University Medical Department understood. Meh! No! Only kings I'd say meh. To be continued. Okay. Oh. August 13th, 10:41 a.m. In a dark chamber. I'm so sorry, Senator. I could have told you about the toxin. Ray. That's my name. Don't wear it out. So you have a strong sense of responsibility. I know, but you just decided to shoulder the burden alone. No, that's not it at all. I was just scared of failure coming to light. That's all. I have to retrieve this blessed farm liquid one before anyone found out. You ruined my good name. You're fired. No! Before the trial started, I have tea. Tea and biscuits. I need this because tea soon, Linkley. I'll be drawing my biscuit quickly. Oh, no.
Mic off. Mic on.
Ah, it's so much better. I think I remember falling asleep a few times in this stream. I've missed a few lines, delayed on some words because I literally been falling asleep. I don't know why I'm so tired, but I want to finish this court case. So the first cases are usually shorter, so I should be fine. Before the trial started, remember what you said, so to say? You don't know your mind of my innocence. So you stand by me to the last. I remember. And yet I didn't deserve your trust in me. I didn't put details from you, Sadasan. I completely betrayed your faith in me. You Sadasan deserve it. In fact, throw me to the floor. That's what you could do well. Drag me through the city streets. I'm no better, you know. Oh. Even though in my heart I knew you'd pull the knife blade from his own back, it was just a brief moment when my mind doubted you. You bitch! That is so. I'm sorry. After I stood there, I promised you I'd find you stand by to the very side. I betrayed your faith in me too. And such, I failed as your lawyer. Oh no! I believe the first I told you both a valuable lesson. You're both terrible women and should be making sandwiches and not being lawyers here in courts. But your unbounded faith in others is no easy task. Yes, Father. In fact, it certainly struck home. Which is why I can see you more clearly now. So, Ray? Yes! Can you find it in your heart to forgive me? No! Oh, Sadaso. I know you'll always be gallant, dashing lawyer in my eyes now. Oh, Ray. Oh, Ray. I was so scared, you know, when it happened. I didn't know what was going on. There was someone sitting on the back of the hut, listening to what I said. I know it's you who stole the poison. Well now, whatever do you mean? And then, a moment later, blah! She had to go to her feet. Before collapsing on the floor in front of me. The knife in her back. It all happened right before my eyes. And you were the only people in the hut at the time. That's right. There's a hole. Look. She was sitting there, right? There's a hole in the back of the thing. She was sitting with her back to it. Someone could stab through the back, stab a hole through the back of the tent. It's quite obvious. That's right. Miss Van and myself were the only ones else. I just don't understand how she could possibly have stabbed me like that. Great mystery indeed. I still can't believe it happened. That's why I just couldn't bring myself to speak up. It'll be alright. However it happened, whatever really went on by the sea that day, I promise you, I won't prove everything that you saw is true. Spoken like a true Macabre. Now, I think you discuss what's coming up in the trial, don't you? We don't much time. We must make sure we have our facts on our... Yes, so the poison's going to come under close scrutiny of coming proceedings. We should hopefully identify it on the blade by now. The trouble is, it's a completely new laboratory synthesis blend of alkaloids. We won't have any way of testing for it. Oh, I see. For fuck's sake! Why does this always happen to us? God damn it! Without a chemical return, it's possible to detect poison. Chemical resurgent? I sent a colleague of mine off to early to deliver to police headquarters. I think perhaps they should have some as well, though, just in case. Chemical resurgent be added into the court record. I'm gonna drink it! It tastes delicious. Drink the poison. Label appears to be written in a foreign language. That I don't know. It's German. So you know your English is going to be a little help here, I'm afraid. Couldn't you just have written in medicine on it in Japanese? This will be able to read it. German is the international language for medicine, my dear. But yes, I can totally see the merit in labeling the bottle in Japanese. Though I'm not sure medicine would entirely be appropriate. But it is medicine. Woohoo! Sick bottle drifts. What's the matter, son? You're suddenly very quiet. Newspaper article. Exclusive. Deadly poison sold from Yumi Medical Laboratory. Wondering how the information got out. Even the government, it's a government secret. Maybe the guy stole it. He stole the medicine so he can make the article about stealing the medicine. It was all the Englishwoman's doing. It was all the Englishwoman's doing. What? It was when the professor secretary somewhere being interviewed by the laboratory. So-called Englishwoman swaned in without any compulsion of Professor Mopa. Oh, Professor! Sure you just would love to hear about your working substance there. Put me in a very awkward position, to be frank. But circumstances because it had been piked, so a little choice was given to him during the instruction. So they essentially knew about the poison. Yes, it's highly likely a Potter who was writing up the story about us would have caught the glimpse of the box in his zoo. This Minimo Sam is a meme. But by the way, the reporter joined you all went to the beach. Oh, no, I don't remember a reporter being there. Indeed, should have been. I very much doubt anyone would have wanted him there. Oh, an old criminal being given permission by authorities to bathe in the seaside? So putting an investigating reporter might be problematic, so he sent back to his office. And obviously he didn't go back. He secretly followed you to the party to the beach, so took his candid photo. And then presumably posted anonymously to the police. Ah. Yes, that must be what happened. Counsel! Just heard of the new witness is ready to testify. The trial is about to resume. Proceed to the courtroom at once. It's time to steal ourselves once again. Then, defense attorney, Rata Nerdo. Yes! I put her faith in me now, told me everything. So I can't let her down. Have to prove what she is telling the court is true. And prove really what happened that day. Kicks down the door. Somebody once. 10th of April, 130 officers. Supreme Court decision of courtroom number 1. I hereby call the court to order. Reconvene to continue with the trial of Graham Honey. What's your curiosity? You've been summoned with new witness. Before I address the question, Your Excellency, I have very important news to share. Oh? What news? What is it so happy about it? During the recess, there was a person become a subterranean university. Police re-examined the knife for use to end the business life. Excellent. I admire your apprehend of the matter. Oh, you're too kind, Your Excellency. Too kind. I was merely carrying out the instructions, of course. The rigid limbs of the red by the rickshaw should be there a good time. But judging by the man's swagger, I think we might need to brace ourselves for the inevitable. Council, what were the results? This dagger, which is clearly used to end the life of the victim, had no traces of pointing anywhere on the blade. What? You sure about that? I'll take my reputation of the police on it. I'm the regent. The test is extremely simple. They couldn't have made a mistake. Follow the murder weapon. Whee. Blood. Oh yes, but in the victim's blood. Oh dear, the blood is never a pretty sight, is it? I'm having to fight the urge to run under the hot tap and get it clean. Always talked about cleanness, haven't you? I think this is something else, Father. Watch out! Nothing on the back. Nothing else anywhere. Okay. The blade is just a blade for stabbing. In short, Iku's feeble was earlier has been unutterly destroyed. Now, prosecutors are ready to call the new witness. The new paper reporter managed to capture this photograph at the crucial moment. Good. Very well. Officer, bring in the witness. No trace of poison on the knife. Well, if that's really the case... That's what entered the victim's body. I'm guessing probably for the fountain pen. He's already in the courtroom. Witness, please state your name and occupation for the court. Ratian Memento of the Synagogue of Sequoia News. I am the people called a journo. What's a journo, Father? I don't know. Should be a complication of journalist. If I'm there for with breaking news, putting a pen to paper, catching those scoops, and printing and examining warning. They don't call me the hero of Herald for nothing. That's guy news. I need a better voice than this guy. So, you took the one to this photograph, was it? Well, happy with that. What do we have here? I'm sorry. Oh, brace yourself, people! Memento is sent to the scoop an offering. Female student up the foul play defense, defended by a crazy handsome young lawyer, Supreme Court. You may as well lap it up. I'll set it off the fold. 27% 5 legs format morning edition. Huh? Right then, let's start with your name. It's Raito Naruto. Next, what made you want to become a lawyer? Well, I want to reform the country's legal system, I suppose. Roger suddenly become very ambitious, I see. I just borrowed Kazma's dream for a while. By the way, my name is Kadachi Archer. So-called Dark Horse of the Supreme Court. My objection strikes fear into every defense lawyer's heart. No readers want to buy that. Ah! Witness. Yes? The court notice found you know whether or not you're responsible for this picture. Knife goes in, blood comes out. That's what the Stucky's Institute is all about. Was living on Dome Street to the police bureau only yesterday. Oh yeah, wouldn't be a journal if I didn't click quick and then present the script now, would I? Sometimes when stories call out, sometimes I have to send the case down. But either way, it's gonna be fast. Fast legs to run with, the fast hands to write with. No good if you don't write down what anyway I say. And that's what I call mementoism. Mementoism? Oh yes, I remember your face. But today when between myself and the circus-san. Yes, that's right. That's me, Memento again. We were supposed to go back to senior officers after the meeting. But the truth is, I didn't. Because the Englishwoman's words were part of my journalistic interest. Spirit's words? Wait, that's a lead pencil. Okay, a few things. He has the mark for the pen on his arm. He has a ink stain on his hand, and he's licking a lead pencil. A criminal left to do as she pleases just because he happened to be a British citizen. Horse dung. It's horse dung. Country justice are rotten to the core. My court ruling aren't worth the paper it's written on. Piece of impartial pawns. Stay your tongue, young man. There are complex potential issues here at play. Well, anyway, I can jot down the words memento pad. Are you ready? Read it. Here it goes. I should go with everyone to see. I should like to go with everyone to see our country's coast. Let's have a criminal, some junket. People need to know about this. That's why I decided to take after them. Great woman's story. Could hammer in her press. Do you want to say we did indeed witness the fact firsthand? The grip stream betrayed the photograph. Oh yes, that's right. I saw it with my own two eyes, journal eyes. So the finish. Though the viewfinder was right at the camera. Thank you, Mr. Sir. Now I'll give you a formal testimony before the court. You say exactly what it was that you witnessed the events surrounding Mr. N's death. That teaser helped me stay awake. The beach hut was made of shoddily old reed scenes, so there was plenty of gaps for me to see through. We were sitting in the stool when the stunning girl came and started arguing with her. A second later, the girl pulled out a knife, throwing the Englishwoman to the floor and stabbed her in the back. I spotted a journalist spirit, burst into flames as quick as a flash and went down the camera and ready to click. I pulled apart the rough and weave of the sheens and poked my head through the perfect shot. Read screens, you say? Right! I can see clearly enough in the great shot of snapped. How was it the screen just made because of woven reeds? There's a lot of breeze apart through the breeze on referring to the hummer heat. And with that breeze, it made me pick my camera through it and see the whole thing holding up. Ignoring time being for appalling invasion of privacy involved, you do witness anything happen from the moment the defendant entered the hut. Oh yes, I saw it! I saw the whole thing from start to finish. You say you took the photographs that gasped onto the scene. Luckily for me, there's plenty of shoddy woven. On the read part, and thrust my camera lens through the gap. I want to get away with it. Would I get away with it, or would I be seen? The jumble of my life. That's an answer, Professor Content. I don't know, the journalist, I suppose. Run a risk one day, run a script next. Memento in a nutshell. At last. It appears there was genuine witness to this wicked crime. The evidence is testimony extremely compelling. I believe it. I do. Possible verdict. No. Wonderful news, Your Excellency! Wonderful! Nevertheless, it cannot be denied. The testimony begs one very large question. What question? Exclusive news. Starting photograph. All the market exceptional story of a reporter. Why then, was the story never published? Oh, that's right. It seems to me that your judgment is at play here that yet to be understood. Ha! More pathetic excuses! Very well. Counsel, proceed with your cross-examination. Yes, Your Excellency. What does part of them meets the eye? He's keeping something in his hand very close to his chest. Take off his shirt, you see the red marks of him slapping his slacks over and over again. The cross-examination. The bridge is not made of shoddy weed screen, so I put plenty of gaps I could see through inside. What made you want to see what's happening inside the beach hut in the first place? Well, Genesis 6. I think a better reason. Oh, I don't know. Perhaps because, well, being a proven criminal, person inside is a young woman. Ah, I see we're getting out with this. Brace yourself, people. He is painting a general of Avoya figure. Hardly slander, sir. You had a camera where you were taking pictures without woman's knowledge. Nope. You've got all wrong. You're a little student boy. Sorry. Too many minds. All inside the hut was a scoop. Nothing more, nothing less. A scoop for the gentleman, rather than a woman. All the news, all the times, women's wisdom is the basic of journalism. The further courtroom was indiscriminate. Right, if you're at the bottoms up, we move on. Tell the court then, you witness, straight before your eyes when you looked inside the hut. I saw the furniture in 6, that's what. When it pulled me back to reads, I had seen the clear as day. It was when I was sitting in a stool when Stik came in and arguing with her.
Hold it!
I actually saw Memento entering the hut. Yep, she was raging like my journalist spirit. And the argument you mentioned, what was it about exactly? You stole it. I didn't steal it, that kind of thing. Taking the poison, I suppose. Stik worked at the movement and right started lying into her. I mean, she later realized more anymore given a big eggs. The men should have been also his scripted talents wasted on jokes. But the student's ranting fell on deaf ears. Like a Japanese person listening to Englishman for the first time. He really ought to work on his smile first, though he's honest. Anyway, the point is, women on the dock were mightily angry. And their temper finally got the better of her, didn't me? Which was the climax moment I caught on film. A second later, the girl pulled out a knife, throwing the woman to the ground. Hold it! Do you swear before this court that you actually saw the precise moment the stabbing took place? Ha! Precise moment? I didn't see just that. I saw the whole hellish scene play out, from start to finish. We have simple plans at the beach hut. Perhaps you could explain the court exactly what you witnessed. Right you are. Here's the momentum memory pad. We first peered into the hut. I saw the Englishwoman. Was it on the stool in the back of the hut here? Yes. Can you testimony confirm that? She just sat there at the back of the hut, smiling sweetly. I thought I'd note it down. It's my turn to testify now. No interrupt. No interrupt. The next moment, I was watching. The evil student girl entered the hut. After a while, the pair of them ended up in the middle of the hut, arguing furiously. The Englishwoman went for the student. The girl dodged out of the way. And in a flash, plunged a knife of her adversary back into the two-fisted dollar. This job is grim scene indeed. Never sugarcoat the truth. That's what metabolism says. By the way, Memento-san, while you were watching the terrible scene unfold before your eyes, though, through the gap in the screen, it was courtesy to try and prevent the tragedy rather than capture it on film. Jurors have to be observers. We can't get involved. That's the reason I'm right under us. You don't confirm with Miss Barrett at all. Obviously not. An observer always remains on the outside looking in. Something to be proud of, is it? Your Excellency, if I may. Yes, Professor. Although the witness last phrase statement should be perhaps added to this formal testimony. Father, what are you? I will grant the defense's request. Memento-san, you will tell something your former testimony with his utmost statement. Wow, realism is animation and mentalism. Be glad to prove my words aren't meaningless. Ow! I never once set foot in the hut, nor spoke with the Englishwoman, therefore I was only an observer.
Hold it!
Really? You didn't set foot inside the hut at all? You're quite sure about that? You think I'm wrong, Miss Pressure on me? We're talking about murder scene now. My nerves are stretched to the breaking point already. Oh, I see. You were scared. Maybe I didn't have the wrong impression of you, yes. I'm not gonna snuffle a scream, hold my hands and I'm ready to snuff. Stop the shot. You really should have summoned the help before thinking of your camera. Mental and humanism don't always agree. And most of the time, those instances, mesmerism comes on top. Huh. Let's go through the stories. Sometimes I'd be cruel for my art. Yes, that's the spot. Sure he's making all this up. He claims to have but the whole affair from start to finish. If that's true, the chess move is devastating. It does seem he's holding something back, doesn't it? That's how you feel. I suggest you try trust you and press him on everything he said. You've no doubt that more times before your role just to assist him. Yes, I have. When it's like this press often, he knows what to do.
Hold it!
This one's not new. Ow! I'm just skipping all the parts I've already done.
Hold it!
It's 100% sitting in the hut. Yep, he was raging. I've already done this one. If I sleep it means it's not different.
Objection!
No, that wasn't right. Yeah, that's right. I thought maybe like he said she was in the middle of the room, but she said she was sitting down at the same time, so I thought that might have been it.
Hold it!
Acting missed a few of these things, so let's skip to the end. Quite fully aware you decided to capture the music on film, sure. Then you didn't choose the person to photograph it, almost the voice. I'm afraid I don't understand the word you're coming out of your mouth. I'm asking why the journalist didn't decide to make it into a story out of the incident. Think of me as a sculptor. Sculptor who makes out of story private details of other people's lives. I didn't know to discuss our personal lives principle. Ow! I mean, in the meantime, there's something to worry about. No doubt, the burning desire to see the truth exposed that justice is done for has motivated you. That's right, brilliant. Burning desire to see the world exposed. There's a good reason why you didn't think the article about what you saw, though. By your own admission, you're outside the hut. However, then, you managed to take a photograph. Ah, yes, that. I'm so glad you asked. I pulled apart the rough weeds of the parent screen and poked my sentence with the perfect shot.
Hold it!
The two women inside didn't notice. Ha! Obviously not. They were right now. Ow! In jail over there. But you didn't think to make yourself reflect on what you're doing? No. A general's job is to collect little snippets of life under impossible. Not leaving footprints, taking nothing but photos, just that on the spot. So Did I just make that up? The point is, the witness risked his life and lived to obtain the photograph. And the photograph reveals the whole truth. And there's nothing more to be said. Ow! Where's that fun hunter?
Objection!
Yep. Yeah, as you see, it has this insignia on the back of it. But don't tell you, we had a firm belief that newspaper in the business of uncovering and publishing the truth. You're spot on right there. The press doesn't lie, which is why I'm proud to wear the emblem of Social News on my arm. In any way, that's more mementism. Sadly though, it seems that journalists who write those papers didn't always share the same passion for the truth. What? What are you suggesting? You incriminating words, Counsel? Mentor-san, do you not recognize this fountain pen? Ah! Yes, this pen was found in the scene of Britta's death. In fact, Medved was gripping it in her hand when she died. What are you? Look at the barrel of the pen. Will you not notice its owner's initials are engraved here? R.M. Yes! Thank you for bringing that up, Counsel. Each other occurs in a minute. Is it a coincidence, I wonder? That your initials are also RM. Oh no! Written memento. That's horse dung. You can't see that. I'm the central responsibility. I'm a pencil user. And yet, you quite clearly be able to see on your right hand is a very obvious blue ink stain, which it appeared to be must have rather carelessly left somewhere recently. Your favorite fountain pen is that is? Horse dung! Memento-san, is it not the case before she died? You were in Jezebel, you meant Jezebel in the beach hut.
Objection!
Why should we listen to this absurd nonsense? That's nothing but another excuse. Exactly. Netizens News is certified all the way to denying everything. There must be many people in the issues RM. There's stars in the sky at night. Depending is neither time or date in the inclination of the court every shared sky. Huh? And there's no need anyway, because the pen has more to tell. Yes, there's another clue. Because it undeniably proves who the owner really is. In that case, Counsel, I've had to now show the court whether those lies. Of course, Your Excellency. The clue of the telephone pen clearly leads to the is. Whip.
Got it!
As well as the initials, there's also an emblem on the fountain pen. I hiccuped, sorry. The emblem of yours, of course, recognized Memento-san. Oh goodness me! It's the emblem of Shobina News! In other words, the owner of this pen is an employee of the Shonen News, whose initials are RM. Sadly, the stars in the skies don't seem quite so numerous, do they? Well, Memento-san, how do you respond? No! Order! Explain yourself, witness! So, this is how the meaning Supreme Court works, is it? Use concise tactics as well as having meaningless and harmless harm secrets. I use nothing but my honest tactics. Alright then, fine. I won't try and hide it anymore. Yes, not long before the grim tragedy unfolded, I, treated a news reporter, perhaps the public, conducted an interview with the English woman. An interview? You never mentioned this before! What exactly was this? As I said, right before the trial, a little student girl showed up in the face of the hut. I couldn't have lasted more than 2 or 3 minutes, that's all. It was just a brief exchange. But it came to nothing, and the memento says the people who didn't pay their dues for unworthy news. However intimate it may be, this court cannot overlook the meeting between yourself and the victim. You now testify under oath by the preceding nature of your meeting, or what transpired. Got it. Yes, alright. But, no one condition. Condition? All good consciousness, I couldn't speak out alone about this. I need to call back the earlier witnesses. Suspect then. The suspect then? Oh yes, according to my notes here, that man has a secret of his own, and brace yourselves. Ow! It's not a harmless one, it's big. What? What? Mention states in one man's secret is every other man's front page story. Very well, I'll now grant a witness request in this instance. Officer, summon the early witness back to the stand. Is this hiding something? He's haunted by ghosts still. The ghosts from London. I was looking for an interview, but she was declined, so I left her without making a fuss. Then, watching the secret from one side, I saw the woman being stabbed. The other witness came running. The detective realized the victim still had a pulse, so he ran off to fetch help. That's when the writer here asked the woman a very specific question. He didn't say anything about that in his testimony, which is why Miss Merton demands reveal it now. You mean to say the victim? The victim regained consciousness? What did you... And when did you decided to ask her a question? That's, true, yes. He did. And that's not all. The woman gave his very defined answer. The answer, the incriminates the accused. That's preposterous. Why am I only hearing about this now? Why didn't you mention this before, you yokel hack? It wasn't even a conversation. Yes, I did propose whether English posed a question. I don't deny it. But she could no longer speak. She was barely conscious even. Counter for the defense. I expect a thorough examination of the fact here. This court would now must know the truth. Absolutely, Your Excellency. Before claiming Miss Barrett implicated race somehow. What on earth could she have happened in the hut? She started singing the Backstreet Boys. I asked Englishwoman for an interview, but she declined and left with a fake fuss. You asked an interview, and you say, well, of course I did. I would ask her about the incident involved in the end of last year. About the case where Dr. John H. Wilson lost his life. That's not the way I phrase it. Mentor calls it straight talking. Why did you murder Dr. Wilson? That's how I put it to her. Yes, that's sort of talking is straight as a ruler. Ask every question if you're asking them for a menu in a restaurant, say it in the best way. A veteran of the paper taught me that. And how did Miss Barrett answer? With one simple phrase. Phrase is Banhammer. One simple phrase. Mystery is a woman's charm. Phew, that's what she told me. Oh God, why do I keep doing that? So what's right out of there? Really? It doesn't quite seem right to fit together. Leave every room as if you were waltzing in a dance hall, they say, the best way. A friend in the paper taught me that as well. When watching the Stik from outside, I saw the woman being stabbed, the witness came running. That's very persistent of you to consider all that Miss Barrett just turned you away. Persistent when surprises. Oh God! Men was better than that. Let me think. You've left when you just saw the lower guard sweeping the scoop. And the fruit of your labor are all apparent in this telling photograph. Now, I'm sure young Uncle should know there would rather be damning evidence. So it says that photograph that we managed to identify the witness. And now you've found me. Tell you whatever you want to know. I got nothing to hide. I'm sure.
Please, go ahead, witness. Of course he can hear what you have to say.
Try to stop me. I'll try to tell you here, I'm going to tell it all. Detective realized that the victim is still at a pole, so he ran off to fetch help.
Hold it!
Just a reminder hut. Not remain behind the hut. That's right, yep. Harold Fent here. Was bubbling Greg, shaking all over from his head to his toes. With those twitching eyes bleeding. What did you expect? You don't know the terrifying troubles that taunted me whilst travelling abroad. Back behind painful bars. They will be coming for me surely. That's all I could think of. I felt like grasping for air, drowning in a sea of cold sweat. Poor Cersei's son. He experienced London's even scarier than him deeply. As the world seemed to close in around me, I quietly recited a prayer for only and behold. Eternal empty eternity. End of was coming for me, surely. No chance of response to count where I'm pleased. And now, let's cut the clue part. Well, that's when it happened. That's when the witness for me asked the win the very simple question. But he didn't say anything. But his testimony which the...
Hold it!
What question exactly did he say? Well now, you hear that from the horse's mouth, I think. Don't you, Mr. Rider-Man? Ugh!
How was it, you yokel hack?
What did you say to her? What did the English giant woman say? Well, in truth, I've been catching crabs at the water's edge and building the castle at the sand, you see. Well, see a seaside place at the least leisure, I suppose. Even for a grown man. But then all of a sudden, in a little beach hut, I heard a girl yelling in panic-stricken cries that pierced the air. Right. I ran up to the beach hut to see what's happening, and found the defendant leaning over the corpse of the victim. As soon as the victim saw Miss Byrne on the ground, he ran off to get help. And then just a moment later, I heard a faint moan. I ran from the dead Englishwoman. I nearly jumped out of my skin! What did you ask her, said their son? I asked her, who did this to you? Don't protect any longer. What did the woman respond? She didn't. She said nothing in response. But...
Gurgle, gurgle, splat.
Understand you answer the question and ask with unvigorous. Now, without evasion or resistance, I demand you to amend your testimony. I will! I said, who did this to you? But she never replied. Trying to find out who the culprit was? He who asks questions is a fool for a minute. He who does not remains a fool forever. Having been labelled a criminal twice during my time in Great Britain, I quickly made up my mind. Like, twice? I better be a fool for a minute than remain a fool in prison forever.
However, you indicated the victim failed to respond to that correct.
I know why the Englishman said nothing. She was ignoring me. She stripped my moustache because I'm Japanese. Oh dear, this time really developed a dislike for English, it seems. Having read the report last time, Great Britain, I can't understand the surprise of his xenophobia. English woman didn't know you at all. Did she, Mr. Riderman? Huh? Well, yes, alright. She should respond in a manner of speaking, I suppose. He just lifted a trembling finger and pointed to the direction of the defendant.
Hold it!
Very pointed to the defendant? Does it sound really true? It's not easy to stand here and say this, but when I first entered the beach hut, the image was sprawled on the floor before us. The student girl standing right on the far side of her. When I asked, who did this to you? Everyone summoned the stars with ounce and strength and pointed to the trembling finger at the back of the hut. Which was, I can't be denied, in the direction of the student girl who stands accused today. No! So well done.
What on earth did you negligence mention testimony? But fiddlesticks, I say. It's not a British court of law. It's one of the Japanese. Yes, of course, the English woman did point a finger back to what she had, but I was trembling. She was trembling, and everything was a blur. Then thinking about it, I felt that perhaps she was pointing slightly different direction. So you know, not slightly, a very different direction. But the student girl was standing somewhere at the back of the hut. Well, nobody was standing at all. Inside the memory of the events, of the direction of the man victim was pointing, both unclear. Yes, that's it, unclear. Very, very unclear. Your Excellency, this proves the matter beyond doubt, reasonable doubt. Yes, the woman may barely have been conscious, and yes, perhaps that finger was waved slightly, but I can't mere doubt that she attempted by pointing the victim to identify the assailant. Why? Because the court can see no other than the accused's direction of pointing where he was pointing. It's now utterly clear that no one besides the accused could have possibly committed this crime. I am inclined to agree. In the absence of any credible argument to the contrary, I believe we can no longer conclude this trial. No! Headlines writing itself. Dashing lawyer hopes dashed 25 points cold page while doing an extradition. It's a serious blow, says so. Unless we're able to identify the true culprit and sustain the claim of evidence, until we give a ruling, the trial will be over. But it's impossible, Father. We even know if the crime was committed yet. Possible though task may see, we have no choice. We must think back to everything we learned so far. Somewhere in those details, the company will find the clue we need. Brave gave us the amount of evidence unfolded the dead in our chambers fully assumed. He told us how it happened in the precise moment River was killed. River was sitting in the back of the hut, listening to what I'd saying. And then a moment later, she suddenly got to her feet and bled! For collapsing on the floor in front of me, with a knife in her back. Miss Bird had been stabbed in the back in the hut that was empty but for herself and Ray. Somewhere in the midst of all the information it gathered, there must be an answer to that question. I take it then. The defense has nothing further to add. So, the Count Yoko's done its finally last thrown out. I can't say I'm surprised. In that case, I am ready to deliver my final verdict on this matter. This is a crucial turning point now. I can't establish what really happened. It's all over. The culprit has been hiding. Now she said the victim.
Objection!
Your Excellency, I expect to ask you to postpone your objection for a time being. Well, what is it, Counsel? The defense would like to present the court with an alternate theory. Another theory they can explain. Who the victim was trying to implicate for all the diagnosis. Another theory? Ha! Non-existent.
Objection!
There's someone else present in the scene who could have committed the crime. What? And the victim, Miss Barrier, tried to reveal who it was to those around her at the time, but muttering all that remains of her strength, she pointed a trembling finger at the killer's direction. This is just fiction! Fantasy! A final fantasy! I heard there's only one of those. God, these tables like 20. Very well then. As much as sure, Counsel, I am prepared to answer your theory. So, young Rice-Sozo? Yes, Excellency. Present your latest theory on the court by means of this plan. The man the victim was stabbed, where exactly was the problem culprit concealed?
Take that!
The son would never give up. I'm noticed and I'm noticed now. Truth, the culprit is faithfully stabbed Miss Barrett. Concealed the location here. Are you mad, Counsel? You're suggesting the culprit was outside the hut? What? Order, order, order! But I should have learned as a Esquire, that makes no sense at all. You've got just pointed out the exact spot where I was hiding, my skip snap. I see a suspicious individual lying around there, I swear. Obviously, the culprit's been outside the hut. There's no way you could have stabbed the victim without the hut. Actually, Archie, there is a way. And the point of the fact, the defendant can prove the evidence by strongly suggesting precisely when Mister was killed. You're bluffing! You're bluffing! You're bluffing! You're bluffing! You're bluffing! This is truly fantastic for the defendant. You give us more guidance, counsel. What evidence could about your theory that the victim was stabbed from outside the hut?
Take that!
The original photograph print of the scene? Yes, clearly visible in this print. Trace of fatal thrust was visible from the outside the beach hut.
Objection!
Do you take us for fools? We don't handle that such thing. I'm not sure everyone who's present would agree. Someone at least appears to not have noticed that there is what I'm referring to. Counsel, once again I must call on you to explain to your court. Where this photograph is a trace of the stabbing, which you claim to took place from outside the hut.
Take that!
Look closely just here. At the scene in the back of the hut, you can see the effect of the blade having been forced through the reeds. No! You can't! I can't see that thing! It's true the hut in the question has 4 walls you'd expect. However, by parting the reeds, the knife blade could easily penetrate them. This is extraordinary! Yes. The truth culprit actually stabbed the victim from outside the beach hut. Ah. And everyone present at the scene, there's only one person who could have done that. The one person who was directly outside the hut when Miss Barrett was killed. Right in memento. That's... It only could have been you. No!
Objection!
That's preposterous! Idea leaves, must speechless. You could just photograph again. This is almost exactly the center of the beach, is it not? Put it the part of the fake. If we were to assume this is part of the fractional scenario, what's a certain knife thrower? No, of course not. Why not? If you recall the testimony defendant about the defense just before the victim's death, inside the beach hut, I confronted by Miss Barrett. But she just sat on the stool back to the hut, smiling at me sweetly as she knew she was untouchable. Stool! Have a look at this photograph. The slit in the read screen. It was perfectly the back of the person sitting on the stool. My word! So, in fact, the victim was killed while sitting on that stool by a stab wound in the back delivered through the read screen. Ah! Having been attacked, Miss Barrett rose to her feet instinctively, but then, unable to speak, she collapsed on the floor in the middle of the hut. Before the defendant, Miss Member sounded apologized. That's it. And that you're actually it's truth of what happened at the beach that day. By your silence, Memento-san, I take it that you don't deny the charge. This is absurd! That will do. It appears that we have a tactical admission of guilt from the witness. Accordingly, the court has successfully established the truth of the matter, which means the defendant, Mirabelle Summer, is innocent of the crime. Oh, thank goodness. I find Maiden Cave. I must say, I've never been more proud. No, this can't be! I just declared can't! All my growth and my hope! It's all of an apparition! I won't! I see no reason to continue the trial. I have mentioned the conclusion of the proceeding and devote my final verdict then. Well, this is all very convenient. This is how the height of fort in your mighty empire delivers justice, is it? Suppressing the well-meaning citizens' freedom to speech, baiting them as criminals. But We've established the victim was stabbed from outside the hut, through the reed screen and walls. And no one but you or the place at the time had this hand in the hilt of the blade. It's a perfectly logical deduction. So, you recommend it hinges on the location of whoever stabbed the English woman. Does it? Well, it seems a little irrelevant now. Irrelevant? Where she was stabbed, and how she was stabbed. Doesn't matter. I mean, whether or not it was stabbed at all doesn't make no difference if you think about it. After all, John always shown the whole thing hinges on something else. What are you talking about? Brace yourselves, little man. I'm about to talk about the fact that everyone's about to change. Ow! Because of the dirt you dug up. What? Enough of screwing. Explain yourself, witness. What's to explain? Talking the position, of course. The position? Poison? Yes, the professor committed the situation. Shall we? I said the deadly poison were developed in the stolen from the library, correct? And then been shown the poison is administered to the victim, but correct. That's right. That's correct. Unusual treatment of the victim's pupils is sure the sign of the particular poison was used. I see, so simply that means that the victim already had the poison in her body before she was stabbed. Give the pupils a clearly check to see the sign. Likely, yes. If she had been dead already, the poison could not have circulated through her body. How refreshing to hear that arguments are the better problem of mind. Precisely. The matter is not dealt but stabbed through in the blade. Because, quite simply, the English woman's life has been taken not by a knife, but by the poison.
Objection!
But that can be explained the poison being on the blade.
Objection!
Thinking already, have we? Yokel? During the events of proceedings, the laboratory of the professor on your side assists the proving. The blade of the weapon used to attack the victim had no trace of the poison on it whatsoever. So be this down the facts, swiftly established the defense trial. Turns out the headline we're making a hearing. Is about to write? Well... Order! What? Where does this leave us? How'd that case, how did the poison enter the victim's body? Under my obvious answer to that. The lady most likely imbibed it. You mean she drank it? Have another look at the photograph here, if you can clearly see. What looks carbonated water and glass has been knocked onto the floor of each hut. What's going to slip into the ear? Did Miss Mary drink it? Well, what do you know? Look at the dashing eyes, making a great front page shot. Hey, what a bewitching stare. After all, I'm the last person you should be looking at. It would make no sense for me to poison the woman, wouldn't I? I've already been established already. Established? What are you talking about? Don't tell me you've forgotten. It's a little hard to believe any given the person who established it. Ow! Was you? Me? What does everything mean? Alright, let me capture those wide eyes. Quite impressive, this father. See that the trial is not let this end yet, after all. Everyone call upon the wizard to give further testimony. That's great, that is. Let me shoot out the magnificent beard, O Excellency. Claim to be impossible that you still are responsible for administering the poison to the victim. Explain to the court your testimony and the basis upon this claim. I'm a gentleman man. I never tried to run and hide from anything in my life. And I'm about to shout now because it's momentalism. In the previous moments, I thought I'd illuminated the truth, the back door scared again. Where's this child going to take us? Take us back in time. What is his testimony? Oh yes, I stabbed the Englishman. And if that's the fact, I'm furious I'm innocent. Because why would I bother to stab the woman if I'd already poisoned her? When I had the student girl pompous English murder arguing, I got my goat. If the court weren't going to punish her for what she did, someone else is going to see to justice for once. So, You admit it then. Everything happened as I described. You're the one who stabbed his bed in the back through the reed screen. You can't blame this miserable country of ours. Created that barrels the pressure of foreign power that the murders walk free. What kind of future does a country like that have? That's why I did it. That's why our pathetic leaders didn't have the guts to do. Slap bang in the middle of a charming lady's back, I plunged the blade of sweet justice right there. Somebody's meant to life seeing the truth is told. I feel really, really off about giving false information in my testimony before. But as it turns out, I was someone else who had it in for the victim who got here before me. That's right, you guessed it. The pretty little shooting girl, the woman after her own heart. You're implicating Ray again. She's the one who gave the poison Englishwoman to end up pitiful existence. Ow! And suddenly, snap. The journo's off the hook. That one is sound. Certainly. The witness administered the poison to himself, he nearly needs to wait for the poison to take effect. Certainly stabbing the victim in the back would have entirely been nonsensical. And therefore, the point had nothing to do with the poisoning. Yes, it's all quite logical. That's right, that's it. Logical, true. Glad you've seen my way. Justice at last! This is unbelievable! Unbelievable! I have to make so much progress proving guilt. Can you worth it now? I think of Kazuma-san and Naruto-san. They never stopped looking for the way forward until the final judgment came. Very well then, Kato. Stage your loss if you are assumed to be the final consequence of this trial. Yes, Your Excellency. Let's do this. Citizen punch. Punch him until he gives the truth. Yes, I stabbed the English woman in the back, and the very fact that proves I'm innocent.
Hold it!
So you admit that you had murderous intention toward Miss Meredith? Ha! That one's a very existence offense to the sense of justice. It seems a sense of righteousness. She was pure evil, cold-blooded killer who committed murder right here on Empire's soil. But the good for nothing government did not do anything? Ow! Not a chance. So I stepped in. Flying the flag of justice, I put the right for the people. Yes, my civic duty that drove me to do it. So in summary, the most intentions when, whatever you would call it, the point is this. This woman was a blight, ow, and she did what she was right for society. Yet, real wrong was done by the shooting girl in the dock, a crime which is must pay. Obviously, because the poisoning was nothing to do with me at all. Because why would I bother to stab someone if you already poisoned her?
Hold it!
Why are you still maintaining you didn't give the poison to the victim? Obviously, by putting your belts on your trousers when you're already wearing braces yourself. The accused admitted the poison, following which the witness stabbed the victim. Unforgivable act certainly, but not one of murder. Crime resists accused to the shoulders. It's how the law works. You see, Yokel, who knows? You may even learn something here today. Two consecutive attempts to honor life in the space of 10 minutes. Quite a day for the victim. Something else. Do something evil, you got it coming. That's how the law works. Law of reckoning. It's not kind of law in court upholds. I really hate if you're compelled to stab the victim witness. I heard the shooting girl and the pompous English murdering argument. It got my goat.
Hold it!
What exactly were they arguing about? About what happened in the restaurant 9 months ago. That's what. The shooting girl was lying the Englishwoman for killing her beloved mentor, Dr. Wilson. Yes, John H. Wilson. Professor of medicine. About the English lady, Professor of Macabre, no less. Right, the Englishwoman's just charged. Her case was heard by the British Consular Court, seconds, however. There's little doubt that she would have simply been acquitted and sent back to homeland for women. It was eating me the student girl up inside could see what I really felt for her. I can't sitting and listening to this tripe. Right. Young girl, you sound accused here. You can't just blurt out whatever you like it. No, you can't. Sorry, but I'm in the middle of a very important testimony here. Just keep quiet and listen. But this other man, he's making all this up. No, please. You have to make him listen. Return the dock at once, Ma'am Christine. We're in the middle of a cross-examination.
Hold it!
Your Excellency, please, I implore you. The jurors were clearly not trustworthy witness. Exactly! He's a filthy, rotten, black-hearted, bigoted, dirty, greedy, peeping Tom! Wow, take it easy there. Please, I really think the court would hear what the defense has to say. Your Excellency, I see no need whatsoever to entertain the accused's remarks. I will grant the request of the defense. What? But, Your Excellency! This is likely to be the final cross-examination of these proceedings. As such, I believe we will advise to shuffle through the defense of his concerns. So, whilst recognizing the controversy irregular protocol, I hereby call upon the defendant to speak. Oh! Thank you so much, Your Excellency! It's nothing to do with Dr. Wilson. We're discussing the stolen poison!
Hold it!
Stolen poison that killed the victim? You mean? Sorry. Instead of the one being the one to steal it. I mean, this is how she killed Dr. Wilson. That's true. Additionally, Miss Barrett consistently had knowledge of the new poison. But surely, no easy task to a highly secure toxin developing in its government. Indeed, the visitors of all laboratories thoroughly search when they leave. Even if these matters avoid being seen by myself while college is getting the poison out of the potential. That's so true. I protected Professor Mercubita until I agreed to show me the poison I visited the laboratory. But as I left, they said me from top to tail. So rather bluntly revealed the existence of the toxin, something you see. And since Stik expressed interest in it, I felt unable to refuse. Obviously, I gave nothing away, other than the fact it was an extremely potent substance. Very ashamed of myself, if it's just that I had a particular terrible experience in the deadly poison. I wanted to go. I wanted to look my old enemy in the eye, and surely you can understand that. To find out that my suspicions were true, I confronted Miss Barrett about the poison. I saw that she had showed evidence in involving it somehow. We'd just be in university. If we were dragged into it, the whole government even, it would be a complete disaster. Now Miss Barrett wants your concerns. She was killed for Smith Lupin and said she didn't know the first thing about it. In English, actually. Oh yes, Miss Barrett says that. There's one question if you don't mind. I do mind. Guys, I'm busy. Cool, you're outside the bridge listening whilst the event was over complaining. Pursue me then. Would you write this article about what you heard? Do you even speak English? Explosive, deadly poison stolen from human medical research laboratory. The story was published this morning in edition of the News. It shows that too accurate food have been written by anyone else. Sorry, you know what you're talking about. Yes, look at this. The entire article. It's always what I said, Miss Barrett. Word for word. Well, Miss Mimitson. As a journal and a citizen of the free country, I don't have to reveal my sources, and the first people to admit them. Father's clearly right about this. The reporter did write the article, and he based it on what I've overheard from the outside the hut. So that's what it was all about, huh? We're trying to cover up the fact that you were listening in. That's why he came up for the stinking story. But me arguing with her. Shut up. My stories never stink. And look, whatever you say, little girl, doesn't alter the facts. Your Excellency, there's something I want to say. I want to go on record. Very well. May I amend your formal testimony? He's getting flustered. He's almost broken. Point of this, if you poison someone, there'd be no reason to stab the person as well.
Hold it!
Have you doubted the
the efficiency of the poison so to make sure the victim would die. That's horse dung. What? What? We're pouring pepper on Chinese ramen before you tasted it. Completely reckless. And although it might surprise you to learn, I'm a bit of a pepper popper myself. When the victims taking the poison always have the early minutes of awaiting death. And yet the man still stabbed her in the back as well. Have a good reason for that. What if the proprietor was given up and gave the poison to Mr. Barrett? And clearly, what had done prior to entering the hut. Yes, that's undeniable. But between him leaving the hut and the victim being stabbed, there was a very crucial change in the situation. Sorry? What change? What, I overheard a conversation with Ryan, Mr. Englishman. Ah, yes, that's it. Mr. first found out the exact nature of the poisoning used. Following the gentleman, another poison was taken, particularly developed by the amazing Frenzy time, stolen. Even the smallest amount of entering the body via the mouth or via wind from the poison lace blade for fatal menace. The current method cannot be detected in a newly developed chemical. Had been consulted. Onset of symptoms occurs in minutes, starting with impaired breathing, ending up acute contraction of the pupils prior to death. Such a system would suggest a toxin. It's apparently an entirely new substance alkaloid, rumored to have commissioned by the military. The key here. The victim was unwilling to take the poison already, Porter would have had no reason to stop her. The fact of it sounds logical reason. There's no question about the man responsible for Barrett's murder. You think of a plausible explanation of why he might have stabbed her even after poisoning? Yes, to shut her up faster. So everything would have dropped in place. Yes, I agree, and in order to do that, I must try and glean more information.
Objection!
Well, I can think of one reason. What? But if I explain the something like that in court, did you glean information from this newspaper article from what you overheard outside the hut? Of course he did! There can be no question of that. After all, we're all in the laboratory together. You can tell it's a terrible toxin. And the more important factors to consider. According to the witness, Pemberton's verbal attack against the victim began as soon as she entered the hut. In other words, it would have been impossible for her to have slipped the poison in Mr. drink.
Objection!
There! Where are you going with this, counsel? Mento-san made it quite clear that they've searched every single thing that happened in the beach hut. If the offender had somehow found opportunity, this would have been the scene. Ah! Which means the Barrett could not have imbibed the poison whilst the offender was present. In fact, it must have been administered to her before Mary entered the hut. Yes, very adequately put. Then I walked into the hut. I merely started to press my pen about the poison. At which point, Memento-san overheard the worrying information. Worrying information? What worrying information? According to this book, it says information which subsequently included this newspaper article, namely, the poison being developed with secrecy and cannot be readily obtained. Absolutely. In fact, quite understatement. The only possible place it could have come from was my lab. Furthermore, after the effect of the poison, it would exhibit telltale signs of death. Extreme contractions of the pupils. Pupils, yes, I'm quite stark when I see it. The other poison has short similar symptoms, but there's none among the new symptoms that are undetectable. In other words, it was clear that the victim's life had already been ended by the use of the particular poison, which would reduce the number of suspects only to a handful of people. Oh! Everyone in my laboratory are aware of the unique property of the toxin has been developing. None of us would have been foolish enough to attempt to use it on some nefarious deed. Member-san being no exception. Therefore, we conclude that whoever administered the unique poison to the victim was a layer person, unaware of the telltale properties. In In other words, someone like you. Written memotism. Ah! It was you who stole the poison from the laboratory that day. And it was you who administered the unwilling to victim. But you quickly realized it was a terrible mistake. Because the poison caused such unusual something that was traceable. As you listen from far side of the breach had a thin wall, you learned about the facts. You already given up the victim's poison at that point. It was too late. You had to plan to disguise your mistake. And the plan involved stabbing the victim in the back to get the green sprayed. But what's the good of that possibly do? Is it obvious, Counsel? The poison kill was spread before the poison could take effect. Once the blood and the poison causes upset of the pupil consumption, he had hoped to perceive the victim's death before it happened. He did. Exactly. Because without any relevant signs of new secret poison being used, no one else would ever have suspected. This is extraordinary! The effect of the poison meant to be would be too easy to identify the killer the master used, which was attempted by plunging the knife into the middle of the victim's back. Order! I've repeated the cell. Court is satisfied with the one's consideration. The speakers have any counter arguments wishes to put forward. Well, the number of, yes, I counter completely.
Objection!
Proceed's evasive response clearly shows. In much of the same way as nutrients the remnants of his top skin, he clings to the last hope. Lost hope? This guy again. I know it's gonna be him again. Not the hat. Ah, you pathetic, useless, fallen samurai. Fallen? Where you going fallen, you budging growth? I don't need a counter argument. What? What are you talking about? It should be blatantly obvious. I stole the poison, you say. Gave it to the victim, you say. Stabbed her, you say. Lots of fine theories. But you don't need a count. I don't need a karma because you don't have any argument yourself. Where's your evidence? Yes, you make all the sounds plausible, but don't you? Without evidence, it means nothing. Where was I? Based on my own facts. Facts? What do you mean? Explain yourself. Professor said earlier in the trial. It's all here. My mementos. Every word, every slip of the tongue, every note, all noted. The term of the news famous. The power of printed word. Well, surely would not be using the tosses to the highest technological developed for the government. Indeed. All visitors of the laboratory are thoroughly searched when they leave. Even if they manage to avoid being seen by yourself, the color getting poisoned would be very difficult. Yes then, here's a blown story wide open. See? I, read a memento, be a reporter from the Story News. Could have possibly have stolen the poison. Oh, fuck! From the Professor's laboratory. Ah! Welcome back, Dragon J. But it's really a question of it. He must have stolen the poison that day. He stole it. He used it to kill. And if that's the case, I have to identify the poison itself. That's the evidence you need. Because whoever stole it from the laboratory that day is a true culprit here. Your point, you annoying, handsome country bumpkin. My point is this: there's one of your ways you can remember that. You could have stolen the poison that day. I've heard enough verbal conjecture now. Thank you. What the court must show is evidence. What proof do you have that the witness stole the poison that day in question?
Take that!
Well, I think you will agree that this clearly doesn't... Fuck. Wrong thing. I presented it too early. Blah! Professor is still in the laboratory, which means the faith must have transferred it to a quantity to another container. I know. Okay.
It's the pen. I know it's the pen. I must have another good look through my court records before Father solves the whole thing for me.
Take that!
Proof, Your Honor, Excellency, is this fountain pen. Ah! Fountain pen? Could possibly relevant. The magical pen sent had enough ink to write down thousands of kanji characters. It was arrived in the country the first time 15 years ago now. Bah! That's why the weasel hair calligraphy brush is nothing else. Newfangled pens are merely a fad. Well, for a thinking man in the world, obviously I love fountain pens. Suck up Supercon stick and sinks only work to wash blink of an eye. That's right. Pen pens have a small reservoir above the barrel, into which ink can be sucked up through the nib of the pen in order to write a letter. What are you talking about sucking up ink? Have? It's just possible that the sucked up ink is into reservoir. It's also possible to eject it through the nib again, if you're, of course. My word, can this really be? Well, Mr. Member-san? We saw the deadly poison before your eyes in the laboratory that day. You used your fountain pen. Your very lifeblood to steal some of it, didn't you? And siphoning out the pen through the pen into your pen's reservoir. Gah!
Objection!
Mere absurdity! This never happened! True, we've had these procedures in place to prevent thefts like this from the laboratory. Would anyone have thought to look inside a fountain pen of all places? No, I'm a little ashamed to say. For the fear of offending our guests, such detailed search would be so conducted. Well, this is quite startling, I must say. I remain the cause the pen was found in the clutches of the victim when she died. In other words, it was dropped at the scene by the Mento-san. The crucial question is, when exactly was the pen dropped? Are you suggesting? Natural conclusion is when you hasten to act whilst the victim was distracted for a moment. You drop the pen after you empty the poison from into a glass. There could be any number of alternative explanations. For example, Wizards could have been using the pen to write down the details of the conversation of the victim. And shocked by one of our outrageous answers, the pen fell from his quivering hand. No, that can't be. If it was, it would explain why the pen is devoid of ink. What? You see for yourself, examine the evidence. There should appear to be no ink present in the reservoir. The newspaper reporter goes to interview someone with nothing in his pen. No! The pen was dropped after the poison had filled the reservoir and made the victim's glass. What is the say in your defense? This is how the modern justice system works, is it? So what if the inker's pen runs dry? What if the pencil snaps? You can always claw back into the game with plenty of my reserves. Hiya! You can't be stuck to inside the poison in the pen. With wild speculation, nothing more. Although you could bring the found fine, upstanding citizen trick like that again. Looks like though we're going to take one final step to finish blow this matter. I see. The situation is very simple. It's up to whatever the witness is indeed steal the poison they in question. Therefore, it depends on whether or not the defense can prove for their views. That the evidence possibly exists. We're getting to the very end. So, the girl was poisoned, and the guy used his ink pen to suck up the poison and steal it from her. What? The courtroom, evidence is everything. Something you would easily, well, grow out to remember. Because you're the past the point of speculation, I saw you. Very well, then, proof of evidence. This is it then. This would be the final piece of the puzzle. Hoo-ha! The defense can prove it by the means of this item that was witness pen is used to steal the poison.
Take that!
Basically, the guy stabbed the girl through the wall with a knife. So the guy poisoned her, but when he realized that the poison would give telltale signs that it was used, he had to stab her to try and cover it up. So what's in that bottle? This bottle could contain this genetic chemical reagent to identify the person in question. Ah, yes, poison effect. And you can tell it stabbed through the wall because of here. You can see where the hole was where the knife went through. Poison other new symptoms of alkaloid and felt when closed an eye. It would be impossible to detect traces of it by any other method. Or, another perspective, simply with this chemical reagent, anybody could check for these traces of the poison. Reagent? What? One drop of comes in the bottle, on the tip of your fountain pen, Mrs. Son, is all it will take. Solve this case beyond reasonable doubt. Here comes the freak out. No, you can't. I won't. The crimes are bad enough. At least you know when to admit defeat. Your Excellency, Your Excellency, the Feds request permission to carry out the test on the Vanderman at once. It isn't my fault. The Empire drove me to this. Trying to hold the hidden explanation. Bound and foreign powerless. I took up arms with my mighty pen. For this battlefield. The justice of righteousness. Sir, with me. Did you just commit physical assault in front of a judge? The best part of this game are all the freakouts. Did I do it right, Mr. Citizen Takedown? Not quite. That was a Roto takedown. Isn't the first drop of the reagent touched the nib of the fountain pen? It was clear to everyone present. When I saw in the lab the poison, the devil got a hold of me, and I decided to do it on my whim. I accused myself of emptying everything down the sink. I accused myself of indulging down the bathroom, washing the reservoir carefully. And then you waited for the opportunity to suck up the poison, didn't you? Into the fountain pen. Yes, that's right. Answer me one thing, Miyamoto-san. Why did you steal it? Well, for what purpose? Isn't it obvious? To find out what they made of to expose the article. I mean, secret project after all. Too juicy for a journal like me to pass up. But then, why did the Englishwoman end up dead? I went to the hut and attempted to quiz her on the situation, that's all. As a reporter. I know Killer enjoying freedom, evading justice by leaving the country. I told her what I thought about it. And she just laughed in my face. Ha ha ha! Bitch, I get free! What's this? A frozen caveman portraying the practice of journalism? Really, you must learn the difference between reporting and listening in the doorway, you ignorant plebeian. What did you call me? This country, possession of the justice system, a free press, it's very, very depressing. You see superior ways in the West, yet you lack the mental capacity to emulate them. You get out of here, you oaf. Get out and crawl back to the cave you came from. That's when I remembered about the deadly poison I happened to have in my pen at the time. What a terrible tale. In my head, I knew I should just get out of there as quickly as possible, but I couldn't. I couldn't let her get away with that, what she done, when she clearly had no remorse at all. I suppose it was my Jono spirit, getting all the fired up. Can your head hang any lower? You lose, bitch! I'd like to ask you something. Yes? You often talk about justice. But surely as a journalist, you could have used your other means to deliver justice as you sought. There is no justice in the press. Sorry? After the trial 9 months ago, I kept digging to find out what happened in that courtroom. And finally, I discovered the truth. It was a cover-up. That's what it was. A cover-up? What do you mean? I want to remind you of your position, witness. Be careful what you say. Fuck you! Oh, come on, doesn't it strike you as strange? We're certainly not allowed to convict a foreign national. Counter-tradition never came to it. Onto it. And yet, the puffed-up Englishwoman was going to sail away and sunset free woman. This possible person was behind the scenes. Someone had a deal going down between us and Japan. What sort of deal? I did my research and dug up all the dirt. It'll all really be published. We know what happened? The editor just tore up the article up. You came under pressure by the government, do you mean? If the government is going to let the criminals walk free, if they're going to crush the free press, then what choice do I have? Either just on myself. Let's not forget, Mimir-san, that you committed a murder yourself, and you tried to blame it on the defendant's door. I'm sorry, but you're just no better than the Jezebel Brat. The truth is, you have no right to talk about justice at all. I suppose. It would appear that the court have reached a conclusion in this trial at last. Counsel for the defense. Reto Naruto, sir. Oh, yes, you're, sorry, Your Excellency. I'm using my manly ways here. The most unbelievable way your first experience in Supreme Court. It was an excellent performance. In truth, it very much reminded me of a cousin exploits. Oh, Naruto-san's? Ryusuke-san, you mean? The way you handled the trials 9 months ago, and the way you handled this one, gives me hope that we're genuinely entering a new era of justice in this land. It's very flattering, Your Excellency. The defense put forward today has made me feel almost keen. The future of the justice system will be forged by you and your compatriots. Thank you. So, Prosecutor Archie, do you have any final thoughts? He's gonna commit seppuku! He has a fucking knife on his table. Prosecutor Archie. Hi. Archie-chan. I've been bested by the Quahog youth. Not once, but twice. If there's any shred of film myself left, it has to be withered and died here today. Gosh, the junior cultural enlightenment sure took a while, didn't it? Silence! Rather than living on shame, I'll end it all now with this blade. For the true path of Archyism. Archyism? One hopes the only way is what's modeling himself as a witness. Spring of the mystery, Tompknot. The time is right for your farewell. I hope it's lost forever. Takachi. Do what you say. Like a pray for his hair. They're all like praying for his fucking hair. Well, at least he didn't stab himself. Yet. Can I go now? In regard to the defendant, Mr. Remember-san. Yes, Your Excellency. You've reached my final vote. I hereby find you. Yeah, hooray, hooray, we did it, hooray, yay, bitch. Where are the cherry blossoms? It's winter.
falling literally through the roof. Court is adjourned. God, I gotta poop. I've been here for 3 hours. That's the August, 228. I said, no, you were right. You said it was the reporter of the photograph. That's who it was. It's over. Heart's still pounding in my chest. So all I can do is just to stay standing. This is such a great responsibility. Such a great burden to bear. Don't they, Naruto-san? Sadasu! 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 Thank you so much! You were so dashing in there! Right, father. Honestly, I'm touched by everything you've... Oh no, I think I'm going to cry. It wasn't easy, but together we made it. I was on the verge of tears at the end too. The only reason I'm still here is because of you. Oh no, I can't take all the credit. I took courage to listen to the truth there. You did wonderfully right. So, I would say that congratulations belong to you. So, don't be so standoffish. Sorry. We're friends, equals. The trial is over, and no more is formal. Super humility or nonsense. It's time to celebrate without swagger. Throw the caution to the wind. I'm going to the courtroom without permission. Don't do that. No, you're a mad lady. No. What? I'm the great defense lawyer, Naruto, taking the milk bar tomorrow. Something. Right, I see. Oh, think about it, right? At any rate, I really knocked it out of the wind with that hard man. It felt good. Yes, that was satisfying. It really was. You must see a good story together. I hope you're not looking at me, right? Oh my goodness! I've got that! Oh, here last, where's his lovely smile? You fought for your friend very last. As your father, I'm truly proud of you. Defense attorney, Ryota Naruto. Thank you. I could have done it without your help. That's right, I deserve all the credit. I'm taking all the money as well. Wait, what? Goodbye. I'm your father, do what I say. Anyway, time for a bid farewell, Rico, I think. Do we miss him? By the way, it's Black Cinemeka now. So, you'll never see him again then? What a terrible shame. What? What? What's happening? Ah, as I said, Inspector Hozo. I hope you keep him well. Is that really you? Yes, I had to change my appearance for, well, obvious reasons, I hope. But it's me. Then the detective instantly arrests her and sends her to jail. So does Mikaza. I don't. So dashing and divine. No! Until dashing and yes, devilishly divine. Just look at you. I had no idea, Miss Sadasa-san Esquire, that you were locum student Naruto's Esquire cousin. Astounding, ace, attorney. What's I gonna say, son? So confused. I still remember when I first met him. He was in a London prison cell. It was destroying a conundrum that he was unwillingly a student in Japan, found himself embroiled in. But after Naruto's skilled for defense, all barely, Stik was free to return to Japan. And now he seems to have earned himself a great fame as an author. I'm stunned that you truly embrace its disguise. But I had no idea, and I'm expecting to replace with Mr. Turtle, no less. I was sure you should be admitting to that, Inspector. Mr. Turtle's a great idea. Look at Mr. Turtle. Amazing you're many firsts I see. That's true, really. And once in a lifetime event, I hope. Oh, that's a patch you are through the Inspector. Well, I'm a professional, of course. Don't worry about the Inspector sometimes. I really do.
9 months ago, when he appeared in the Supreme Court to testify, he was undercover as disguised as a head waiter at a restaurant. And then he got on the steamship of Great Britain, disguised as a sailor to keep safe on the journey. And he got to fisticuffs with the actual captain. He literally got to fisticuffs with the captain. I thought he didn't help you, did it, Kazuma-sama? I'm dead. From my perspective, I have to admit that I have mixed feelings about all this. I mean, the truth has been lost forever. What do you mean? Talking about the murder of the English woman committed at the end of last year. Oh yes, the English doctor who's killed. She killed. I understand it. Dr. John H. Wilson. Yes, the man who invited a Japanese personally. The mystery is, why did she kill him? And now that the culprit himself is dead, we'll probably never know the answer. She was a bitch! On the voyage to Great Britain, we had an unexpected encounter with Sherlock Holmes, the great detective, I mean. Yes, I remember Mr. Sholmes, of course. Ah, my arch nemesis. How lovely utters his name. Well, according to the stories published about him in the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, detective he had partnered with to help solve crimes, his best friend, and was exceptional doctor of medicine by the name of John H. Wilson. What? Dr. Wilson? I just can't believe it all. Coincidence. I think the English doctor has meant to have killed here in Japanese 9 months ago. Must have been his friend and part of Mr. Sholmes. If that's really the truth. The poor girl won't ever see her beloved father again. I got a bazooka! And I'm not like you! As you know, I traveled to Great Britain once myself to study. It was around the time you were born. Yes, grandmother told me about it. On return to Japan, I took up a profession at the Imperial University. I also served another role as advisor to the government in diplomatic affairs. Yes, I was aware of that as well. In that case, I assure you understand that there are some confidential matters I cannot divulge to you. You know the fuck happened, didn't you? You just tell me one thing. Why did you send me back here to Japan? Oh, you wasn't sick? For 2 months now since I returned. When I left England, I was because an urgent telegram arrived from Japan. That you were collapsed with high fever and you're growing weaker by the day. What? Where did that news come from? Well, that's what I'd like to know, because after losing it along the voyage, I found you fine in health. Father? There was something in Great Britain you perceived might inconvenience me in some way or harm me. That's what the only explanation I can think of. Dear me, do you reserve your most cutting glares for my father, said so? I'm sorry, my dear, I simply can't. Ah! Let me go! This is my mental son. So, throw those are enough for you. I've got the last thing to say before I'm taking you away. Professor. Me? I know the truth. I know you had a hand in what's going on. That visiting student's fate. Visiting student? Visiting student? Isabel DeWitt, you mean? No, not her. The student in law went to Great Britain 8 months ago. What? Student in law? You must mean Kazuma-sama? What are you talking about? What is it in the Kazuma-sama? Nobody here in Japan knows anything about it. But the guy there never made it to England. He died on the steamship. And then he'll never... Ah! Jesus Christ, Judge! I don't expect to find him here. What are you officers playing at? Sorry, sir, Your Excellency. The judge copied the suicide takedown. I was coming to tell you that rickshaw has arrived, Wilson. Good job. It was a good job I came by. Yes, thank you for joining with him. I'll be there shortly. Oh, Your Excellency. Trial's over. I'm not Your Excellency anymore. Merely your father's friend. Sister Shirky. I must say, as I saw you last, you seem to have taken a more dashing appearance. Is that so? Did you know all along, from the start of the trial, A judge sees everything, Sadaso. I couldn't let him take the risk. If Sadaso wasn't here, you know what would have recognized you. So I had words the years before, and now as an old friend. So, shall we? Yes! I've ruled on the case. I now have various diplomatic issues to address. Before you go, Father. Sorry, my dear. We shall have to return this earlier to conversation later date. Well done, both of you. You did admirably. Hey, don't you run away from me! Hey, thank you very much! Crap, she caught up to us. What do we do? I don't know. What do you think of Shadow Shooter Sling, eh? Well, since I managed to have fun with that. Got just about bread. About Dr. Wilson. And now it seems, according to the reporter, about Kazuma-sama. I'm going to have to bring this up with the father sometime. And nobody else is around. This is just a mocha about Equires. Could I have a word? Oh, yes, of course, Stik-san. What is it? I think perhaps I could fate we're meeting again, like this now. You see, there's something I need to tell you. Oh? Oh? So I believe. Maybe that's your reason why your father summoned you back from England. This I have to hear. Please, say something to me. I will! Later! As you know, my time in England was terrible, cursed, I have no doubt. Awful things are boiled in. Thank goodness Locum student Nobuto Esquire stepped in. After I secured my freedom, I couldn't wait to get on the ship back here to my homeland. Having arrived in Japan, I submitted a report about my experience in the Ministry of the Foreign Affairs. Next thing I knew, I had a visitor. It was your father, Professor Megama. He wanted to ask me all sorts of things about my report. My father? He says his bits are taken by a particular part of the report. Anyway, he does eventually, having thoroughly quizzed me. But then the very next day, I was sent a telegram by you asking to that he sent the telegram asking to return to Japan. What was it then? What was the particular part of my father was interested in? I don't really know exactly. But I do remember them. Those two terrible cases I was caught up in. Of course, I can never forget. Your father seemed to concern himself with the second case. The second one? You mean the one Mr. Sholmes forbade us from talking about in public? Which is the only case involving you and my members of the public aware of. The first. Well, I don't care. I don't have to listen to what Dudley Detective says. Anyway, the point is, I think that case somehow holds the key to all these circumstances unanswered questions. That horrendous case. The case of the haunted lodgings. The beast of the Bercario Valley. The case somehow caused my father to summon me eventually back to Japan. I thought all business was over, it seems I was wrong. Perhaps it only the start. Perhaps, sorry, not yet told. Ah! Bright lights. I'm blind! Ah!
So, the mystery of that English woman's death is solved, thank goodness. And having stood in the Supreme Court now, I think I can comprehend a little better. How you must be feeling as you fight for people's freedom in a foreign land, Naruhodo-san. But actually, I'm writing to you today because of another matter. I met Soseki-san and we talked about that second case he was involved in. Father has said nothing to me, but I feel certain of it. That case holds the key to some great unsolved mystery. My notes on the case should still be in the office, tucked away at the back of the shelves on the left. Perhaps you might like to look over them again. Today, for the first time this year, it feels as though summer has arrived. The sky is a brilliant blue. It makes me long to see you again. Yours, Susato.
Oh no, the sun's blacking out again. Who destroyed the sun? Everyone's blind. The world will freeze. They got Kazuma. Make him a Japanese zombie. Memories of the clouded Kuroko. But that, my lady and gentlemen friends, will be for tomorrow night. As I don't want to start a case with 30 minutes to go, so let me go back to the title screen. There's actual music. There we go. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll be back tomorrow night for the next case, as we push forward through all the Phoenix Wright series. And once I'm done with Chronicles, I'm going to start doing the Phoenix Wright games in chronological order. So it'll be fun to do all those. Have a nice night, and see you all next time. Later!